Welcome to Leicester Fan TV. It is Wednesday night. It is Fulham against Leicester. As ever, we want your views, your comments on tonight's watch along. We will be live before game, all the way through during the game, half time and full time. So get your views in, get your comments in, and let us know how you think Leicester City are going to do away today at Fulham. Yes, indeed. Welcome to Leicester Fan TV. My name's Phil, and as ever, we'll be getting through all your views and all your comments. Hassan says 2-0 Fulham Leicester. Hassan, that's not the most positive start to it, is it? Jamie from the Fox's Arms will be joining us very shortly. He says good afternoon and good morning to wherever you are, far-flung Foxes. In fact, let us know. Where are you watching the game from today around the world? We know some of you will be in Leicester. Some of you might be in places like Nottinghamshire or Leicestershire. Some of you might be even in the States or Australia. Wherever you are, let us know. Rudy is watching. Where are you, Rudy, at the moment? Last time we spoke, you were in Cyprus. Nothing but a win will suffice tonight, he says. If we have top four ambitions, we need to get the loss out of our system. I need to get the loss out of my system, and I also need to get the transfer window out of my system. I am still a little bit cross over what we didn't do in the transfer window. Oh, try and shake me out of that, everybody. Eddie, hey up. How are you? Score predictions, please, Eddie. Anthony BB says morning. Where are you watching from, Anthony? If it's morning for you, just seen our lineup. Looks promising. Hopefully we will score first. If not, we could struggle from Los Angeles. Thank you. He answers that. Anthony is a far-flung Fox. Get them all in there. Ian, I like... Oh, sorry, it was Steve putting it. We should stay up. Good positivity, Steve. Thank you. That is shaking me out of it. One more point and we are safe, Steve. Rob Grace, how are you, Rob? Is watching in North Derbyshire there with all the sheep shaggers. Unlucky, mate. Hey up, my duck. Good evening, Mick Paget. Hope you're well. Alan is in Stockholm. This is what we want to hear. Where is everybody watching? Before I get Jamie in from the Fox's Arms to give his views on the team news, I want you that. Please like and share this video. Hit the likes if you're on Facebook or YouTube. If you're on Periscope or Twitter, give us a retweet. Whatever it is, wherever you are, join in the conversation. Jamie.
Good evening. How the devil are you? Can we leave the transfer window out of it, please, Phil?
We're going to have to, because you're just going to set me off again.
No, I'm just as bad as you, pal.
Oh, are you?
Don't underestimate it, pal.
It's
Very
done.
Disappointed, but
it's done.
That's in the past.
We back the lads. If it all falls off a bit like last season, we will have the debate after the season about the January transfer window and did we cock it up again, just like last year. But for today, Jamie, let's look at today's team news. I'm going to put it up between us, so get ready to squeeze. We always go the wrong way. There we are.
Yeah, I know. Right, it's a bit of a different side, actually, I thought. You've got Casper in goal. You've got Johnny Evans and Big Suyunku in the two centre-halves. JJ and Ricardo makes his first starting appearance in the league for a while. I think it's Chowdhury and Tillemans as a two, again, like it would be normally with if Ndidi was there. Perez, Madison and Barnes, which I'm surprised about Perez, actually. I'm surprised he's actually in. And you've got Nacho up top on his own up top, which I'm quite pleased Nacho's there instead of Perez. But it was either him or Under I thought Perez might be there for, so in that position. But he's gone for Perez. So hopefully Perez can do something today. And a couple of surprises on the bench. A couple of young under-23. Daley Campbell, second season from Arsenal, from the youth team in Arsenal. He's a right back. And Leshumbele, who's a left midfield. I bet you're surprised I can say that name. Leshumbele, or he plays on the left midfield or left wing back.
Jamie, do you know why there's some surprise young names on the bench?
Because we haven't got enough squad members.
Because we haven't bought anybody in the transfer window. Look, anyway, we've really got to move on from that. But yeah, because we didn't buy anybody in the transfer window.
No, we've only got 16 fit men, 17 fit men, and
I know.
3 less players in the Premier League squad.
I know. We're trying. Look, we're focusing on the match. We're not getting on that. Let's have a. Joanna says, anybody know if Under has anything written in his clause about playing so many games makes us up for buying him? Yeah, because there's no Under in the starting lineup. Is he injured?
He's on the bench.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. Should he have maybe got in that starting lineup? Yeah.
As for the clause, I'm not sure about how many games, but there's definitely a buyout, loan to buy or whatever you call it. I can't remember what you call it. You know what I mean, at the end of the season. But as for actual so many games, I'm not sure about that. But Under, no, he's on the bench. But like I said, I thought it was either between him or Perez might have started tonight.
I'd like to see your reaction to this comment.
Can 9 players carry... Oh, cheers, Anthony. I thought you were my friend. What a comment. Can 9 players carry Nacho and Perez? Well, Perez seems to play well when he's out there. When he's up top, he's got to play a different game. But I think he plays...
Probably work better with Nacho.
Yes,
probably work better with Nacho.
Just got to... Yeah, Nacho's just got to stop coming deep. I don't think we need Nacho to come deep. We just need to be on the last man. That's what I think we need tonight from Nacho. Bang in a couple of goals, we'll be well away. Reece, there you go, Reece. Why don't we buy an attack? It should have been an attacking central midfielder.
Well, there's a couple of places. Anyway, Steve says, look, this is a good game for players to step up just like JJ did. Mark says, I thought Albrighton would have got a start. Is Albrighton on the bench?
Yes, he is. But he didn't have a good first half, did he? He didn't have a good first half. Well, no one had a good first half, really, did they? So unfortunately, he's the one that's had to bite the bullet.
Harvey says, under right wing, Barnes up front, Kelechi and Perez are useless. Look, I'm going to put that team back on again. I want to go through it with you, Jamie.
It's 55 million, them 2 players, though, he's just mentioned.
What we've got a back 4. We've Justin, Sonku, Evans, and
Ricky P.
Ricardo. Then midfield, we've got obviously holding midfielders Chowdhury. We've got Maddison, who's going to be more. Yeah, Chowdhury and Tielemans and Maddison. You think here 3 there, or you think here?
I can't see it being much more difference from a 4-2-3-1 what we've been playing. That's what I think it will be. Chowdhury and Tielemans just in front of the back 4, and then Perez, Maddison, and Barnes in just behind Nacho, as how we have been playing just recently. That's the only way I can see it working.
You see what Nacho again? I've had my say on Nacho before, but what he does offer, which more so than Jamie Vardy, is he does hold the ball up. I think quite better than Vardy at times. He does bring other players into the game, Jamie. Yes,
he does. There's more. It's totally different to Vardy, isn't he? It's totally different. The pace isn't there. He's a bit more. He can hold it, like you say, he can hold the ball up, and he brings other players in. So, yeah, I think I agree with David then. Yeah, we needed a bit of a wake-up call, and that was probably what it is when we going back to when we won the league. We lost to Arsenal, didn't we? And on Valentine's Day, and we needed a bit of a wake-up call, and that was it. So hopefully this could be exactly the same thing. Need a bit of a kick up the arse, get us going.
Jamie, we've got our special guest today is ex-BBC Radio Leicester legend and a friend of Leicester Fan TV, which is John Sinclair, who's joining us. I'm going to add him in now. Sinky.
Yeah, hello. How you doing?
Great to have you on, Sinky. How are you doing?
Yeah, well, obviously hoping for good things tonight. The last time Fulham won actually was against Leicester, wasn't it? Back in November. Trying to forget that now.
I know they've only had 14 points this season, John, Fulham, and 3 of them came at King Power.
Yeah, they've been drawing a lot of games as well, haven't they, since then as well. But interesting team tonight. You know, Chowdhury, who seemed to be on his way, has gone into midfield. I wanted to see, if anything, I was kind of looking for maybe Under to start because he came on towards the latter half of the game at the weekend, but didn't really have a chance to show anything. And I thought he's looked quite good on the right-hand side. Obviously, they're going to put Perez out there and put Nacho up front, but I've quite liked the look of him. You wonder whether he's going to be a signing for us in the summer or not. I don't know what you think about that.
Yeah, It's going to be an interesting one, John, today with Nacho and Perez, perhaps playing as a two, perhaps playing as a Nacho by himself, with Maddison and Barnes supporting them. What do you think of today's striking lineup?
Well, yeah, I mean, Nacho gave him a try. Obviously, Perez has been up there. He's come quite deep, quite a lot. Perhaps a little bit unlucky not to score against Leeds. Him and Evans kind of got in each other's way a little bit. But I don't, obviously, Nacho's not had a chance. So I think, obviously, he's trying something a little bit different. But I think Perez on the right, I probably would have gone for somebody else there. That's my only kind of issue with the team tonight. Charity with Tielemans, same sort of system. Fofana, I'm reading somewhere he might be out for a few weeks now. So a chance for Sionchu to claim his place back as well. And first start for ages in the Premier League, of course, for Pereira. And we know what he can do as well. He can make things happen down the right-hand side. So we hope to get a good run from him as well. But, hey, it's a team that can win. But, and obviously there's a few young lads on the bench as well, which is kind of good to see, I suppose. It gives them a bit of experience as well. But a Fulham team that it should win, to be fair. I mean, I'm going for a 2-0 before you ask me.
Right, we'll come on to that in a bit, John. Jamie, Reece says it's time for Kelechi and Nacho to shine. I mean, Reece is going for a hat-trick for him. We want to see something today. I'm sure Brendan does from him.
He's had chance after chance after chance. He's got to come good eventually. He's a very confident player, I think. And I think that Palace penalty he missed, I think that knocked his confidence for 6. And I just think he just needs to get something. Even if it just goes off his backside or he mistimes something and it scuffs it and it goes in. Just something to get his confidence up. Because to me, he's more... Vardy does it just like muscle memory. Vardy just does it no matter what. But with Nacho, he's definitely a confidence player. And if he ain't got it, it shows a lot. So hopefully, I don't often agree with Reece, but yes, I'd like to see him shine tonight. Maybe not score an hat-trick, Reece, but yeah, hopefully I'll see him shine.
Maybe the manager will tell him to pretend it's a cup game before he goes out.
Well, yeah, he's done all right in the Cups, hasn't he? And he's done all right in the Europa League as well for us, John. But to be fair, part of my opinion with Nacho is he is our second striker, and with Jamie Vardy out, John, surely he should have played the last 3 games, and he's barely come on as a sub in those.
Yeah, I was a bit surprised he's not featured at all, but they're kind of stuck with Perez. To be fair to him, his link-up play's been quite good. Obviously, marginally offside in the Leeds game at the weekend, but he's got the chance now, so chance to shine. Obviously, we hope Vardy will be back for the Wolves game on Sunday, if not certainly the game after that, because we do miss him. I mean, people are talking about Tottenham missing Harry Kane. Obviously, we're missing Vardy as the big striker, and hopefully Ndidi won't be too far away as well, because a lot of talk that when we've missed him, we've lost a few points, and I think that's true. So a couple of big players to come back there, but it's all about tonight and trying to get the job done.
I mean, like you say, John, we've got a couple of players out, but the back line there looks as you could argue it's the strongest lineup with Evans, Soyuncu, JJ, and Pereira there.
Yeah, Justin and Barnes on that left-hand side, and Barnes' goal. Okay, we lost the game, but Barnes' goal was absolutely terrific against Leeds United. Nice little touch from Maddison. And, we've not mentioned Maddison yet. And, we know what he can do. And he's had a few goals in recent games. But that left-hand side with Justin and Barnes, they kind of interchange quite well. And they could be a threat. And, you fancy Barnes to score a few as well. If he can link up well and support Nacho, there's a few goals on that side as well for me.
Yeah, Jamie, this comment from Matt, he says, fingers crossed Ricardo and Soyuncu don't pull up tonight or we're in big trouble defensively. We are going to be watching this match through your fingers, aren't you, for injuries?
Well, this goes on. I've had this comment the other night that I got lambasted with on Twitter saying, if we get a couple of injuries, we're going to be down to about 14, 15 fit players. And people say, it doesn't matter, they're all coming back in a couple of weeks. We've got 4 or 5 games in the next couple of weeks. It's now we need them, not in a couple of weeks. And I just don't understand. But that's the transfers again. But yes, I understand what Matt's on about. If we're struggling, we haven't got the cover. We're down to the bare bones and we haven't got the cover in the squad. Simple as.
I mean, John, much as us lot Leicester fans might love how many games are coming up, Mrs. H downstairs did say, bloody hell, how many games are there over the next few weeks? When I submitted my list to her and said, here's when all the matches are. There's so many. There's literally, it feels like there's 3 a week. I know there's 2 a week, but it's like Tuesday, Sunday, Thursday.
I think it's 8 altogether in February in 28 days.
There's so many games.
Well,
I mean, we've got FA Cup and Europa League and Premier League and Liverpool's and Sparta Prague's and Brighton's. It's like great.
Yeah, a lot of people obviously look at the transfer window. Would they get somebody in? Wouldn't they? And would charity go and that sort of thing? But that's not happened, and they've got to get on with it. Obviously, the season started late, and we've got the pressure of trying to get it finished by a certain date in the summer with the Euros and all the rest of it. But it's all about the game tonight and getting a win, I think, because we came back quite well after the recent loss, went on a bit of a run. So I'm hoping they can do the same tonight. But Fulham, they can be a threat. They're not scoring freely. And as I say, they're a bit of a draw merchant, but I don't certainly want to draw tonight. And the bench is quite strong as well. We've got a few people that can come on there if things need to change. So I'm fairly hopeful. I'm looking forward to watching it. And yeah, there are a lot of games, but I'm not complaining personally.
Just Jamie, back to that bench then that John was talking about. If let's hope we don't go 1-0 down or whatever like that, but the second half comes on, we want to change the game around a little bit. Again, don't get me started on plan Bs or whatever, but what sort of impact have we got from the bench today? I suppose it is Under and Albrighton as attacking options.
We've got five defensive players on that bench, 6 including the keeper, Leshumbella, Under and Marco Brighton. That's it. That's the 3 attacking options we have. So it'd have to be Under or Brighton. There's not many attacking options on there, to be honest.
No, and that's John. A little bit. That was my frustration with the transfer window. Is when Jamie Vardy's out or whatever. I always like to see in a football team that you've got a striker on the bench who you can bring on to hopefully score you a goal if you need it.
Yeah, I don't think we're ever going to sign a striker that could live up to that reputation during this window. If you look at this window, the amount of money spent compared to last year, it's minuscule. So
John, have we not got one in the under-23s? Who plays striker in the under-23s or something?
They're both out on loan.
Yeah, so they send them out on loan. That's right.
Musquire's at Wickham, and what's that? The one at OHL, Leveron, Sahot. I can't pronounce his name. He's been there about 3 years on loan. So,
yeah. Anyway, John, go on. You were saying, John.
No, I was just going to say, we haven't got that, so we've got to go with the players we've got. And it's no use wishing about things we haven't got. We put Nacho up there. He's got to do the job. At the end of the day, if you're missing players, it's a chance for other players to make an impression. So let's hope he can make an impression tonight. And he's got players around him like your Madisons and your Barnes and that can make things happen. Perez going to the right side, he's used to that. It's a position he's played for Leicester quite a lot before. And overlapping Ricardo and Justin and so, there's a chance to do things. And I know things are, you're missing some big players, but they've got to go out there and do a job.
Jamie, Reese put a quite interesting question in there. He's saying, I'm not quite sure Perez will be out of position tonight, to be fair, Reese, but the Perez Under just can't seem to get into this starting lineup, can he, Jamie? What is?
No, I think it's more Perez is. I don't know whether he's got more defensive nous about him than Under. Under seems to be more attacking. Not saying Perez does a lot of defending, but he's got probably a bit more defensive nous about him. Under just like bombing forward, cutting it with his left foot, putting it into Rose Ed instead of the top corner. But yeah, I think that's the reason why I go for Perez, because Under's a bit too attacking. So that's the only reason I can think of, really.
I mean, yeah. The one thing I would say is, you look at our position in the table, we're in a fairly strong position at the moment. It's all about keeping the points ticking over for me. Obviously, Liverpool play tonight as well, and against Brighton, so you fancy them to win that. But we're in a good decent position in the table. we're talking now as if it's all doom and gloom, but it's not. I mean, we're still in
No, not at all.
We've got players coming back, hopefully in the next few weeks, and hopefully we can make the top 4 this season. I'm pretty hopeful we could do that.
No injuries would be the big thing tonight as well. John, just before I let you go, a quick word, John, on
now doing that.
Casey's put on here. He's put again another one to watch through your fingers. Hamza Chowdhury. I like Hamza a lot, and he is obviously a local lad. I think he's from Barrow, Loughborough lad, so he's very local to me. I do like what I see of him, but 28-1 to get a red card tonight. He does have that rash tackle in him, doesn't he, at times?
Yeah, but he's got good pace about him. He can move about. He's got mobility, but he's obviously got some capability, and he's a player who's learning. That's absolutely right. And occasionally odd back tackles here and there. But I always liked him as a player coming through, homegrown player. You want them to do well. We'll see what he does tonight, because we're not seeing him play for a while.
John, just before we let you go, what's your score prediction, thanks? I think you said 2-0.
Yeah, I've gone with that already.
2-0. Who's going to score for us then?
I think Barnes will get one. I think Nacho will get the other.
Let's hope so, John. John, it's been brilliant having you on again. We'll see you soon.
Yeah, nice to see Jamie, by the way. I enjoyed your interview, Jamie, with the lady.
Natalie Sawyer.
Yeah, she was really good. It was a really good interview.
You enjoyed it, John. I 100% more enjoyed it, pal.
Anyway, enjoy the game, guys.
Thanks, Sinky.
Cheers, John. Thank you.
We'll see you later.
Bye.
Thanks a lot to Sinky for joining us. Always great to get his views. We've got Jack waiting to come in. So, Jack, when you're ready and finished drinking whatever that is, here he comes. Hi, Jack. How are you?
You ought to just catch him out, Phil, so they're not prepared.
I know. Jack with short hair. Lox, would you like to come in, Lox, or are you still... Yeah, here he comes. Lox and Jack, good to have you both on. You're both sporting very short haircuts. You're both having a Jamie-style haircut.
And we're both ill.
Yeah, I don't cover mine up though. I don't cover. Yeah. What? Because you've had a short haircut, you're ill.
Both got COVID.
Oh.
It must have been on Sunday, being so close to each other on screen.
Yeah, I didn't know these computer viruses can go through the screen, to be honest.
Anyway, hope you're both well and staying well.
Yeah,
listen, let's start with you, Lox. Team news tonight. I'm going to put it up in the middle of us, so we'll all have to move to one side just to go through it. Get ready. Jack's
Jack.
wrong. There we go.
Can't you tell the newbie?
Come on, Lox. Talk us through.
Yeah.
Your take on I mean, there's only limited choices.
Exactly, yeah. I mean, obviously, the changes, are forced. Some of them, Ndidi's obviously a forced change. Fofana's a forced change. Obviously, no Vardy. So, I was surprised that Nacho and Perez were starting, to be fair. Is Perez starting on that right-hand side, is he? Obviously, if he is, then, I would agree. I can't remember which one of you said it earlier, but, maybe I would have gone with Albrighton. I definitely would have gone with Albrighton instead of Perez on the wide right. Obviously, Under's always there's always a discussion about putting him in. But I think, as Jamie said, Perez probably does have a little bit more defensive nous about him. Albrighton has a lot more, but there must be a reason why Albrighton's not being picked today. In terms of Ricardo, exciting to see him, back starting a game. Same with Soyuncu as well. Both players will be wanting to reclaim their spot in the starting 11. And just like when Fofana came in and he won his place, he's deserved to start games. If Soyuncu now goes on a run of games and he's playing, really well, then Fofana's going to struggle to get back in, and that's just how football is. So I wish both of them luck, and it feels a bit like a few weeks ago. I can't remember. It was that game against Luhansk where Soyuncu did get injured, and before the game we said we want to we want to come out tonight with no injuries. It didn't happen that day. Fingers crossed it happens tonight. So and the 3 points, of course.
Jack, is this a chance tonight for people like Hamza Chowdhury? Obviously, he was almost on the verge of maybe going on loan to Newcastle. Big chance for him maybe to step in and show what he can do. Same with Nacho.
I think Kelechi needs this opportunity to prove his critics wrong. He's not really done that so far in his Leicester career. But yeah, he needs to start scoring. I think if he can get one, it'll give him that confidence for the rest of the season. With Hamza Chowdhury, he's a big tackler, and I think that's what we need in the team this season. Someone with a bit of bite, with Wilf not playing. So it gives him that chance. Hopefully he's not going to get sent off because he seems to be going for late tackles.
We are sort of.
But has he ever been sent off for Leicester? I can't remember.
I don't think he has. No.
I
don't think he has. He just looks.
He took Matt Ritchie out that time. I don't. And
he just looks dangerous, though, doesn't he? He just looks dangerous.
He could have been sent off. He could. I don't think we would have
I'm not
complained.
sure.
I think we've subbed him before he was about to be sent off a few times, haven't we?
Yeah.
Lox, we've had a good run, and I heard your argument the other day when we were chatting about it after the Leeds debate, where you were saying, look, we've won, I don't know, 9 or 10 on the trot, whatever the stats are, but it does feel like Fulham aren't a great side. We'd want at least a draw tonight, wouldn't we? We'd really want a nice away win, and we do feel like we're stronger away.
Well, the argument for me before was like, if we win, if we go 10 games unbeaten and then lose one, that was my argument. Then that's good form. We were not now obviously because of other games, but we were third in the league from that form, and third in the league is good. But I mean, I'm not. I shouldn't say this because it's going to jinx some up, but. Fulham's the kind of game that we go and lose, I don't think we will. I think we're going to win today, 2-0, 3-0, something like that. But it is the kind of game. And if sorry, if we
it's jinxing it, mate.
If we
Can't
did
say
lose
that.
today, if we did lose today, then obviously I would agree with what Jamie was saying last week and the other day and say okay, again we've lost one of these games, because obviously that was the argument we had the last game. It was how many times can we say, oh well, we've lost one and all of that. So yeah, I understand what Jamie was saying, but yeah, from my point of view, it was like, if let's say we do go on another 10-game unbeaten run and then lose the 11th, I would take that personally. I would take 10 games unbeaten and then lose to a Leeds. So yeah.
Lox and Jack, I'm just going to drop you guys out. Wait back in the waiting area, whatever you want to call it, the changing rooms back there, and I've got Ross. We're going to add in. So okay, and then Sean. Okay, cheers, chaps. We'll see you shortly. I'll let Lox and Jack go. Let's add in. It's Ross. Hi, Ross. How are you? Get your views in. Sean.
Hello.
Sean. Hi, Charlie. How are you?
Hello.
What's your score prediction then, mate?
What do you think? Leicester are playing in a few minutes. What do you think score will be?
James Vardy.
No, he's not playing. He's injured.
Harvey Barnes.
Harvey Barnes. Think he'll score?
Yeah.
So we're going to go with a 3-1 victory. But obviously, let's not forget the last time we played Fulham. I'm not going to say what happened, but last time we played them.
Yeah,
I'm not saying anything, but I'm just saying that we've got a good side. I've seen Team Ricardo first time starting, is it? In the league, isn't it? Is that right? If I'm right in saying.
I think so. This season,
It's the Aston Villa game.
First league start in a long time, so it's going to be interesting. Obviously, Fulham, they're a strange side. Fulham, they're very strange. I mean, they managed to get a point off Liverpool and stuff. So hopefully, we've only lost one away game this season. Am I right in saying? It's all right.
Liverpool? Yeah, against Liverpool.
So hopefully, we get a win. I'm going to say, what did we say, Charlie? Just then, was it 3-1? Did we say? We'll go with 3-1. Barnes, I hope Nacho scores, but he never grabs that opportunity. Every time Bardy's out or he's got a chance, he never grabs it. He never grabs that opportunity. So we're hoping this time he does. And if he does, if we get a penalty, let's make sure he doesn't take it. It's got to be Tielemans, hasn't it? I'm not seeing the team properly. I know Soyuncu and Ricardo are starting. I ain't seen the full team. Have we got a team up?
Perez, here you go. Just for you, Ross.
Justin, Soyuncu, Evans, Tielemans, Madison, Chowdhury. Let's make sure we don't get sent off.
That's what we all said.
It's like our version of Lee Takamol. Our version of it. I say hello then. We've got to go now. We'll let him go. We'll just play Monopoly.
Go on, Charlie. Give us a big come on, Leicester or something.
Come on, Charlie. Say come on, Leicester.
Come on, sir.
Good luck. Right, Ross.
We've already had tea. Well, I haven't tea in about an hour, but he's gonna have meatballs on toast.
You've already had it, but you're going to have it again.
Well, we had some dinner, but I'll have some tea in a bit.
We'll see you later, Ross.
No worries.
See you later, Ross.
See you later.
In a bit.
Right. We've just about got time to get Sean in before we get,
let's get Sean
the
in.
watch along going. So, Sean, can you hear us?
I can, you?
Evening, Sean. How are you?
I'm fine, you?
So, come on then, Sean. What's your score today? What's it going to be today down at Fulham?
4-0.
4-0. Oh, you've gone down. On Sunday, it was 6-0. Is that because we didn't play very well? You've gone for 4-0 this week?
Yeah.
Good lad. And who's going to get the first goal then, Sean?
Is Bonds on there?
Yeah, Barnes is playing, yes.
I think Bonds and of course Albrighton.
He's on the bench, Sean.
He's on the bench.
Yeah. Well, I'm not too sure about that show because I don't want him to take the. I don't want him to get
the penalty. Is that what you're on about, pal?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we do. I don't think anyone wants a penalty. Do you want him to take a penalty, Bill? No. Sure do
Not at all.
But I don't want VAR. I don't want
VAR. No, let's forget that.
Sean,
I'm with you, Sean.
Sean, as ever, it's been great to get you on. Your positivity. I can see why you've dropped from a 4-0 to 6-0 after that transfer window. But again, don't get me started. Sean, give us a come on, Leicester, or something to get us all going.
Come on, Leicester.
Come on, Leicester.
I can feel it in my bones.
You can feel it in your bones.
Excellent. Thanks, Sean. We'll see you again soon. Fingers crossed.
Yes, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Cheers, Sean.
Cheers, Sean.
Come on,
thanks as ever.
Come on, you blues.
Yeah, good lad, Sean.
See you later, Sean. That's excellent to have Sean on as ever. Right, we're going to add in Tom and Lox.
Oh, is he here? Is Anton Deck
Tom
here?
and Lox. Well, add Jack in as well, just before. So we've got the 5 of us on here. Thanks for everybody. I couldn't get everybody on in there. Sorry for everybody did click on, but I tried to get as many on as possible. Let's start with you, Tom.
Start about an hour before next week, Phil.
I know. We've started early today as well to try and get more on. Tom, your take on the team?
I can already read the post-match. Paul Perez is going to get a slating because he's played out of position again. You know, you can read it already. Look, I hope he has a good game on the right and he can cause some problems, but it's not his natural position. And when I feel sorry for Under now. What's he got to do to get a start?
What's Tom doing at Craven Cottage?
You know, I sneaked in.
Yeah, you were saying about Under.
Yeah,
we did talk about Under.
You know, what's he got to do to get a start? He did all right a little bit at the weekend. The week before that, he came on and did well. You know, he's done all right when he came on or when he started. So it's a bit shame he's not played tonight over
God's
Perez.
sake.
Perez is not a winger; he's a 10 or a striker. But look, the team's strong enough. I think the only thing you can say tonight is it shows us how very weak we are in the strong depth, squad depth. When you're playing 2 academy lads on the bench tonight, in Isabella and Dudley. Is it Dudley Campbell?
Daly Campbell.
Daly Campbell. Dudley was the other one who was a striker back in the day, I think, if I remember rightly.
I thought you were on about Dudley Moore then for a minute.
Dudley Moore. No, Dudley Campbell. That was Martin Allen's time if we're going back as a striker.
DJ Campbell, yeah.
DJ Campbell, Dudley. But, you know, it just shows you how weak we are with the squad, sadly, you know, with the injuries we've got.
Brilliant, guys. We're going to hand over. I just want to quickly go through everybody's score predictions. Let's start with you, Jack. What's your score prediction for tonight?
I'm going to go 2-1. Mitch, your favourite striker, is going to score for Fulham, Phil. So
should have signed him in the summer of 2019.
I said that
Jamie?
Cottage talk.
Do I have to say anything?
What score? You're going for Desmond.
If you cannot win, do not lose. Away from home.
2-2 for Jamie then. Lox.
I'm gonna go with a 2-0 win today. No, you know what? Now 3-0. 3-0 win today.
Lox is just overcompensating for his "we could lose this" moment he just said before you got here, Tom. He said this is the sort of game we go and lose. Tom, what's your score prediction then?
I'm going to say 1-0. I literally think it'll be a really close game tonight because I think the boys will be nervous from the weekend after the performance. They'll be nervous to come out and do too much, and we've literally got to try and somehow get a win. I don't care how we get a win. I'll take it coming off Nacho's arse into the back of the net tonight after the after the performance at the weekend. I want a reaction from the team, and after the results last night, we won't talk about that result, but after the result last night, we need to win to push ourselves away because the likes of Arsenal, if they'd won last night, they would have been 5 points behind us. That's how close it is, and they're 12th. So, a win tonight is crucial to keep pushing away from the big guns in this division. So, 1-0, and I'll take whatever it takes to get that ball over the line.
Brilliant. Thanks, chaps, for all your score predictions. I'm going to let Jamie and whoever needs to go and watch the match. I'm going to get a few score predictions up while people settle themselves off. Foxton is saying 3-1 to Leicester. Simon says that's a bit of an absolute joke that Chowdhury is starting. We were trying to offload him for crying out loud. Well, we're short, honestly, in there. We are short. Rob Grace is going 0-3 to Leicester, which is a fair one. Hayden is going 5-0 to Leicester. You never know, Hayden. Jag on YouTube says 3-1 to Leicester. Jono says we need that first goal. If we get it, I think we'll win. Let's hope we have a good first half today, Jono. Gavin says 3-0 to City. James says 3-0 to City. Fee says 3-0 to Leicester. Thanks, Fee. Rio is going for a 4-0. Hopefully he's saying Leicester. Foxton is going for a 2-1 to Paris on 1 goal for Ricky Pereira. Jono says 2-0 to the Foxes. I think it's going to be a real close one, guys. I'm going to go for a 2-1 to Leicester. I think we can't help but let a goal in from a set piece. Anyway, enjoy the watch along, everybody. If you're watching, please like, please share, please get your comments in to Tom and Lox, who will take you from here, and I'll see you back at half time. Cheers, chaps.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
As we go to our captain, Tom Moore, who's having a miniature applause, and rightly so. This when people shout out legacy and legends, this man is one of this country, and this is what the country is built on. People like Tom Moore, and you, sir, go down in history, and we'll go down in the history books to my kids, to my great kids, to grandkids, of an inspiration to us all of how humility should be in this day and age. So, rest in peace, Thomas Moore. Rest in peace.
Yeah, absolutely. I think a lot of us copy with what Tom's saying there. Absolutely, they're just doing the minute applause for him now, and then they will kick off the game. Just so everyone knows, not to make this all about myself, if you do see me kind of mute my mic and go away, I may be coughing because I do unfortunately have COVID-19. I don't know how I've got it. I think it was from the shop. It's the only place I go, so it must have been from there. No one else in the household is positive. It's just me. I've had minor symptoms since Saturday, so I'm not too bad. But yes. And Jack has it as well, he says. I must have passed it on, or he gave it to me on Sunday when we were... Tom, you might want to wear a mask or something, mate. I'm a bit close to you there.
I know, Matt. I did think that. I'm just playing with the green screen. I'm downloading it because it doesn't want to sit right tonight for some reason.
Yeah. Cheers, Fee. Honestly, I'm all right. I've had personally, because obviously, well, I mean, I wouldn't say I'm massively healthy with the amount of alcohol I drink, but I'm coping okay. Luckily, I'm young, and that always helps. So for me personally, I've had colds that are worse. But obviously other people have had it a lot worse than me. So yeah, but yeah, thank you anyway, Fee, and Charlie as well for that, and Ross as well. Thank you. But yeah, the players take the knee, and they are just about to kick the game off. Fulham will be doing it. It will be Ademola Lookman, and are we on level, Tom? Are they just about to kick off?
And we're off.
There we go. Perfect.
And we're live.
And we're live, as you can see. Fulham 0, Leicester 0.
Long ball. Ooh, looking glare by Leicester. Long ball over the top. Ricardo missed it, and the Fulham player completely misjudged it and bounced over his head. Otherwise, he would have been down the right-hand side within 10 seconds of the game kicking off.
Yep. Yeah, Tom, I mean, obviously you weren't here on Sunday. Was it Sunday or Saturday? It was Sunday, wasn't it? You weren't here on Sunday for the watch-along. I'm sure you're quite happy about that because it was a terrible game. Maybe
as
it's
we know.
because you weren't here. Maybe that's why we lost, because you weren't here.
We'll find out tonight.
We'll find
But
out.
you know, as I've said before, doing a watch along, and when your team is losing, is very difficult to try and talk and keep your emotions in check, because you just want to scream blue murder at the screen. Mitrovic with an early little shove on Johnny Evans, push him down the bank. No free kick. Nice little cheeky shoulder barge. Nacho to Barnes. Barnes tried to go wide and he'll go straight to Fulham. I mean,
Go on.
what's your take of the team tonight, mate? I mean, for me, I was happy enough. I was surprised Hamza was in there, but I'm also not, because he hasn't gone alone and Brendan wants to give him game time. So with 8 games in, was it 16 days or something stupid like that they're talking about? It's a lot of games they're going to be playing.
Yes, absolutely, mate. I was surprised when I saw Albrighton and Perez starting. I think I would have thought that the reason why Perez has been playing, you know, kind of as a striker the last 2 games was because maybe Rodgers sees Fulham on the attack here.
Fulham down the left-hand side, whip one into the box. In comes Mitrovic. It goes over his head, falls to edge of the box. Shot wide, free kick anyway. Mitrovic barges someone out of the way. Loftus-Cheek came in there to head the ball, completely missed the header and flies into Soyuncu, but Soyuncu's land is now rolling his wrist. Yeah.
Ooh.
Well, Mitrovic came in with an elbow by the looks of it there. Not going to check it, ref. We don't need VAR on this game already. No, not by the looks of it. Play on.
Soyuncu looks all right. No, mate, I was going to say, I think the reason I thought personally the reason Perez was starting up front the last 2 games was because maybe Rodgers sees that he is better centrally as a number 10 or a number 9. So I was quite shocked then to see him as a right winger or right sided today, unless they are playing narrower. Leicester giving the ball away already here, mate, too easily.
You saw my eyes roll then, yeah. Soyuncu with a great bit of skill, took his man out, waltzed inside. Barnes had gone over the top, and Soyuncu looked for the little pass into his feet and obviously went straight to a Fulham player because Barnes made the run in behind. Giving it away first, with 3 minutes into the game already and sloppy on the ball. I said to you, the nerves would be in there from the weekend's performance. It would have affected them losing like we did, because it wasn't good enough. It wasn't the Leicester we'd seen in the past 9 games undefeated. As I said, 9 games we've been undefeated, and the wheels come off and everything looked down and out. And again, James Justin plays a ball inside, lose the ball. I mean, I was surprised by the team selection for Fulham. Well played, Justin, who wins it back on the edge of the area, paces Soyuncu in the box. Soyuncu clips it wide and finds Ricardo on the other side of the box, goes wide. Soyuncu plays the man, goes out. I was surprised with the Fulham team, if I'm sure. I was very surprised that Bobby Reid wasn't playing tonight, seeing that he'd been the main goal scorer for them this season, one of their main goal scorers. I was very surprised to see him not in the team. Very talented young lad. He's I think it's 25 now, 26 by Reid, but very talented, quick-feeted, and very quick off the mark. And you know the way we've been recently, free kick to Leicester, foul on Perez. But I was surprised with that. I was surprised with their team selection tonight. I'm not surprised. Lookman for me is someone we should be looking at in the summer. I like the look of him. Very similar to Vardy. Likes to get in behind. Probably got a little bit more skill than Vardy in some ways with his feet. But Perez is still down at the moment on the far side of the pitch after being kicked in the back of the ankle. Ooh, that's going to be sore. So as he slides in, Perez clears it with his left foot, slides across, and Harrison Reed stands on his ankle when it's on the floor. That'll be a sore one. He's back on his feet and moving, but Man City won up already. Wow. Yeah,
let's look at some of the comments here. Andy says apparently you have to drink more gin for COVID. Yes. Wiz Fox says, I don't listen to the radio, watch it on telly, so the only info I get is your commentary. No pressure, guys. Thanks for trusting us. Thanks for trusting Tom, should I say. But yeah, Jono says, I agree, Tom. Lookman would be a good sign-in, or Marlon from PSV. He's a great player. Tom.
Leicester give the ball away. Fulham in the box, pulls it back, edge of the area. For great block, Tillemans. Tillemans with a sliding block on the edge of the area, and Leicester break. Perez on the ball, finds Maddison, past the halfway line, finds Tillemans, edge of the area. Oh, he tries to roll in Nacho and gives the ball away. Leicester will have the throw-in, though, midway in the Fulham half. Wow, 30 seconds from one end to the other, and if it weren't for Tillemans, Fulham were getting a shot on target there. Oh, Nacho gives the ball away, but he keeps it to Nat. And then we give the ball away again. Hamza gives the ball away. Leicester win it back. We'll play Hamza. Well played, Hamza there. Great win back. Playing through the middle of the lines. Perez, centre of the park. There's the ball. There's the ball. Maddison turns. Maddison's not got option. Now he's got the option. It's Justin on the left-hand side. Justin will go left again. There's Harvey Barnes. Barnes will come back though. Cut inside onto his right foot. Has to roll it across the pitch. Finds Tillemans. Tillemans will go centre again. Perez. The overlap's coming. Here comes Ricardo down the right. Rolls it in. Fires it across the box. Takes deflection. Goes out for
Is
Leicester
this a back
throw.
five, mate, for Fulham?
Yes, mate.
I
Guaranteed
want to say
playing a
something.
back five tonight.
I want to say something, mate. It's like, do you remember back a couple of months ago when Leicester fans were moaning about, and I kept saying this isn't a back five, it's a back three, right? If you want to see a back five, look at the telly now, mate, because that is a solid back five. We were not set up like that when we play with a three. It is when we play, it's a three, and the wing backs are further forward. This is a solid back five players.
That'll put foul by Tillemans on Luckerman and the edge of the area. And that's the one there as well. Stand on the back of his ankles. Tillemans must be careful now because he's already going to have card marked by the referee after the last couple of days. I mean, wow. I mean, I'm not being funny, mate, but if David Luiz gets sent off for that red card yesterday in a game, that's the game gone for me in some ways. That's not a red card offence. To say that he's clipped him, minute at best of times. I thought the performance has been shocking.
And then the one afterwards as well, the Man United one, Southampton red card as well.
The first one's a red card for the tackle. The second one for me is very harsh. Oh, the second one's a dive. It's a dive. It's not even a penalty, mate. It's a dive by Martial. Yeah. Didn't even need to go down there. It's a dive. No, don't understand that when you're a striker 5 yards out while you're diving. Casper with the ball having to go back. Fulham with the high press, I tell you already. This high press. Soinchu gives the ball away again, and Fulham will get the ball back in our half. Halfway through the Leicester half, Fulham come again. Finds Mitrovic. He'll go wide. Sorry, now to Mitrovic. Mitrovic near the corner flag, holds the ball, uses his threads, and Justin kicks it out for a throw to Fulham. But again, giving the ball away again, Leicester. Got to be using that ball better.
Yeah, apparently Martial said it wasn't a foul afterwards. For me, in that case, I can't remember what game it was a few years back, mate, but missed the penalty then. Put the penalty wide. If you want to be fair.
The game, if I remember rightly, was Arsenal versus Liverpool. Someone might correct me. And Seaman came charging out. That was it. Fowler went over and jumped up. Referee gave a penalty, and he told the referee it wasn't a penalty. And then he told Seaman which way he was going, and Seaman saved it. Nacho into the box, takes on his first man, takes it on, shoots, deflected up, and away. It was just going over towards Perez there. Fulham will kick it out and it'll be a throw to Leicester. Again, I don't know what happened in the build-up.
Why does the pitch look so small? Craven Cottage.
Craven Cottage is the biggest place in the world anyway, mate. It's a small ground. But again, there's no standardised pitches. There's a standard you have to go to, but you can be within boundary minimums, maximums.
There's a minimum, isn't there? Yeah,
there's a minimum. So, like Stoke, they used to make the pitch small when they played in Europe to try and take an advantage. They used to have a big pitch for the Premier League, but when they played in Europe, they used to make the pitch smaller. They used to put the lines in so they could have better with the lap throws. Ball to Johnny Evans at the back. Leicester will start building again. Can they keep the ball? Johnny Evans goes inside Perez, just past the halfway line. Finds Maddison, clipped around the corner. Maddison back to Nacho. Back to Maddison. Shoots! Saved by the goalkeeper. Better from Leicester. Nice little 1-2s around the box there in the build-up play. Lox has disappeared. Nacho, it hits Nacho. I don't know if it would have been checked for VAR there. I don't know where it hit Nacho. It looked like it was his midriff, but ball flew away there. Ball came his first build though. He turned his man, cuts inside one, cuts inside two, shoots, deflected up. Could have deflected anywhere there for the chance before that. Leicester now turn to put the high press on, and Fulham will try and play out from the back.
Yeah. Charlie says bright from Nacho. Yeah, well, that's what you want to see. He needs to prove himself. He's had chances before, he's not taking them, and now he needs to take one, doesn't he, mate?
I think there's a goal scorer in there, mate. I generally do think there is a player in there, but I also feel he's a confidence player and he has to play regular. And like we know, whoever's going to play is not going to be a regular starter when Vardy's flying. But it's difficult. It is so difficult because he's still young. Was he 24? 25?
25, I think, mate.
25. There's still time for him to be, carry on. I still think there's something there for Nacho.
And he knows that we're going to sign someone else in the summer.
I just think when he's had his chances sometimes, And I think Palace was probably the nail in his coffin in some ways under Rodgers, that he missed the penalty. He had a free header 5 yards out when he hits his shoulder. Nacho looks to flick on Maddison coming in behind.
Handball.
Prior to handball, nothing given, referee. Be interesting to see.
It was out the box, wasn't it?
It was in the box, but it'd been interesting because it would have been in a position. Flicked on by Nacho, ball flicks up. Oh, it does come down his arm. It's come down his arm, referee.
He's lucky it's not in the box.
It's rolled across his mid-wrist, but Leicester break. Perez on the edge of there. Oh, he tried to slide in Maddison. If it gets through Maddison, he's getting a one-on-one chance there. Better from Leicester. Leicester are going into the game in the last few minutes. Fulham go down the line. They're in behind here. Into the box. Pulls it back. Mitrovic. Oh, great block.
Very lucky.
Justin. Got lucky. Got himself in the position now in front of Mitrovic, but Mitrovic should be scoring there for me. He's onside. No hands went up. Keep your hands down, Leicester players. Run into the box. Pulls it back. Mitrovic 7 yards out. Hits just in between the legs and it bobbles to Casper.
Back post would have been the better option for him there, mate.
Yeah, free on the back post. Johnny Evans passes the one man, pass two, breaks into the Fulham half. Fulham tackle and win the ball. Johnny Evans wins it back on the floor. Nacho into his feet, finds Barnes, Harvey Barnes, edge of the area. Goes to Maddison again. Go wide. There we go. There's the lap. Perez out wide. Crosses it in. Headed away. Still in the box. Maddison brings it down. Takes a touch. Goes towards the corner flag. Being forced out wide by Harrison Reed. Back inside to Ricardo. Great ball by Maddison. Pulls it back. Barnes over the crossbar. Oh, better from Leicester. Moving the ball around. What a bit of play from Maddison, though, with the reverse ball to find Perez. And Perez then pulls it back to the edge of the area. Just on the corner of the box, and Barnes fires it over with his right foot, but better last couple of minutes.
Yeah, Johnny says we aren't playing well here. I mean, I think we're playing well going forwards. I think we're playing well going forwards. I think it's just obviously we've been caught out too many times at the back. That's all it is on the counter.
Shaky at the back.
But I think if we carry on how we are going forwards, we should score. You know, we'll score a goal. So, but obviously, if we keep making the mistakes at the back, then we're going to concede a goal. Justin
Fowles lost his cheek on the halfway line, and he'll get talking to it because if Cheek turns him, he's in behind. And we know Cheek can move at times. He's quite quick. Yeah, I mean, he's got to be a bit more clever there, Justin. He has to step on his man. Doesn't need to step all the way through. Just let him know he's there.
Yeah.
Right, bud.
Yeah, mate. Just letting it out.
Halfway line, Fulham will go across the pitch back into the right back position. Comes inside, plays it through the lines there, Fulham do. Hamza Chowdhury gets barged off the ball by off the tree. Out to the right, chip to the back post, headed wide by Johnny Evans. Harrison Reed, good little player. Good little player, Harrison Reed is, by the way. Back inside, Fulham with the ball. Moving the ball really well, really fast at times, trying to move Leicester out positions.
Did Harrison Reed used to play for Southampton?
He was, yes, mate. He was ball down the line. Loftus-Cheek in, hands go up at the back. Loftus-Cheek, edge of the area, stops at the box. Clips it back again. Leicester Harrison out, and offside flag finally goes up. As we know, we can't put the flag up straight away when he's offside. Yeah, Harrison Reed was at Southampton, and then Fulham had him on loan. I think they brought him. He's a good, very good player, mate. Seen him play a few times and thought he's good.
The Ranieri derby, mate. I forget, mate. I always forget Ranieri was at Fulham. I don't think it was long. It was only like 2 months, wasn't it? I was
going to say it was only like 14 games. It was their season that went down, wasn't it? It was last season? No, season before. The relegation season. I mean, I was more concerned tonight as Kamara was going to play and then realised he'd been sold yesterday because apparently he refused to train.
What was that? Sorry, mate.
Kamara.
Oh, right. Yeah.
He apparently played on at the weekend for them and then didn't train. And apparently said, I ain't training today. So they shipped him out on loan to some French team.
Quality that.
That's a Scott Parker, that is. That's a proper English manager. Okay, off we go then.
Yeah.
He's fouled before, though, if I remember rightly, with someone. I'm sure he had an argument with Mitrovic. Justin runs at the Fulham defence, pulls it back. Tillemans with a little chip over the top, finds Harvey Barnes right on the goal line. Cuts back inside, flings onto the back post, headed away, took a deflection up there. Justin comes again, wins the header. Fulham headed it away. Come to Tillemans on the left-hand side. Give him an option, lads. All static still.
It's a big wall of white, isn't it, mate? A big wall of white.
We saw how organised they were when they came to the KP for me. We saw what we were going to get tonight for me at the KP. Sit deep, try and counter, try and make us make a mistake. And that night we did. We made 2 mistakes and it cost us. Where tonight, on the other hand, we know what they're going to do, so we should be learning from that coming into this game and go, right, they're going to sit deep. We've got to pull them out. Just take your time, break them down. Again, look at the press now, mate. 2 of them blocking out the move, so Leicester have to go long. Problem is, we've got no one hold the ball up. Tillemans takes the ball around him and it'll go to Casper. But if you look there, the press straight away, they had 4 people pressing our back forward, not letting us play it out from the back. So Maddison finds the ball. Oh, Leicester give it away again. It was poor ball by Maddison. Very lazy there. Hamza charging. I just see Hamza running in. Hamza wins the ball back. Plays it out to Perez. Perez puts the ball in early. Nacho!
Yes! Get in!
Oh,
Ian Nacho!
Nacho man. I want to be a Nacho man. Nacho man. Nacho with the goal. We said it would happen. It didn't go off his arse. It went off his head. 1-0 to Leicester. Fulham 0, Leicester 1.
Just talk us through the goal, mate, there, sorry.
Hamza win the ball back. Plays it to Tillemans. Tillemans went back to Hamza. Hamza wins it. Comes to Perez. Perez whips a ball in all of 30 yards out. Nacho has to lean backwards to get the ball because it's going behind him and he heads it. Lots of power. Past the goalkeeper. 1-0. Fulham 0, Leicester 1.
Well, there we go, mate. There we go.
You've got a song for it.
That's the difference, isn't it, between a player who is more technically gifted, I would say, in Perez, playing up front, and then a more natural striker in Ian Nacho, being there at the right time, knowing where to run. That was the difference, If that was Perez, would have Perez have run towards the ball instead of, running in behind to get his head on it? That's the difference between, a number 10 like Perez, I would call Perez a number 10, and then a number 9.
And for me, what a finish, mate. That is not an easy finish because he has to come backwards. He's leaning back to then go forward to get behind the ball because the ball's behind him. He's having to stretch his arms, his neck muscles all the way back to get the power on it because in theory, it's behind him. He's having to lean him. Use all his muscles there to get that header in the net. Could easily have gone over the crossbar, but he controls it fantastically. And like you say, it's a natural finish. That's a natural finish for me there. He knows what he's doing and he's got it right. I think the biggest problem is sometimes he just doesn't get those finishes right all the time, or he snatches at them. And hopefully now that will settle Leicester down. We scored at the weekend first. Foul, free kick, foul on Hamza. He'll get up though. We know Hamza, he's a hard man. Foul by Mitrovic.
Do you like this, mate? Do you like this jacket? It's the hold on. It's like the Europa League.
I like that, man. It's nice.
Train jacket. Yeah, I've got the full. I've got the full loadout, mate. The joggers as well. They're really good. Yeah, they're not. And the hat. How's that, mate?
Oh,
the maroon one.
That's nice. Mahrez has come back. Mahrez has not come back.
I've seen the rumours.
That Martin, whatever his name is, starting silly rumours. We haven't got.
Oh, Martin Cockshaw.
That's the one who started the rumour.
Do you know who he is?
It's
what someone did. People do this on Twitter, apparently. They make up this profile with a professional photo and they pretend that they're like a football agent leaking rumours and they gain loads of followers, mate. It's mad.
He's not a football agent. I've seen some of his rumours. So like I say, Nacho, Mahrez, he's not coming back to Leicester. Not coming back to
Jason
Leicester.
Mills. Jason, talking of Jason, that's where I got I think I got my COVID from you, mate, from that quiz you did with us, because you had COVID and now I've got it. So cheers for that. But yeah, I am a full kit right now. Jane says more sexy. Trust me, they're not abs. They're really not abs.
Mine's a keg. Nacho back with a bang.
Nacho's back with a bang, mate. It's what we said before, innit? He needs to take his chances, doesn't he?
That's a massive game tonight. I said it before kickoff. Looking at the table last night, when Arsenal were winning, I'm thinking they're only 5 points behind us now. We're talking about Arsenal's having a poor season and they're 12th or 11th, and they lost in the end. But I was quite happy about it. So tonight, was looking at the fixtures, and you don't want to be looking at other fixtures, but because of last year, you get more nervous about where could this go, and you're thinking tonight, Man City, when you're expecting that. Yeah. Look, I'm not expecting us to win the league. It'd be nice to, but come off it. Man City are flying. Their wheels have got to come off completely, and we've got to pick form up completely to do something like that again. But there's still, for me, we could still finish second in the league, and that'd be a hell of an achievement for me. Finish second or third. What a season, But the consistency's got to happen, and it's not just got to be at home, away from home. It's got to be at home. Our away form's been sensational this season, but it's got to be home. And if we could turn just, those draws, what we had 6 draws this season already, into a couple of those draws into wins, we'd be laughing. That's why tonight for me is massive to get back to winning ways and push us just away from that pack that's coming up behind us, especially like Tottenham, especially with Tottenham losing at the weekend, mate. I mean, if we'd won and Tottenham lost, we'd got miles points clear of them. I think it would have been 9-10 points clear of Tottenham, and they're the ones chasing us. Same with Villa tonight. I'll be quite happy if Villa draw because they got West Ham. Ham's a brilliant tackle there, by the way, in the box. Brilliant tackle. Hamza wins the ball back, and Sancho will go long. Harvey Barnes can't hold it up. It goes overhead. Throw to Fulham.
If you're joining the watch along, drop us a super chat, help us grow and get bigger. We do this as a hobby, so we really appreciate any support that we get. Please click the subscribe button on YouTube. Get us nearer to that 6,000. Oh, Mahrez again. I did think we were going to beat Liverpool and Man U to the safety.
Safety zone, 40 points.
Zone, yeah. Andy Stewart says he would get in our team now. Well,
Tommy's watching. Who's that? Are we talking about who getting the team?
Mahrez, I think. I don't know. Mahrez, I think.
Don't care about Mahrez. Not my player.
Yeah,
I'm literally bored of it. Bored of it.
I say this, and people say, "How can you disrespect him?" Wow, hold on a sec. If we're talking about disrespect, he disrespected us.
He sat at an airport. He sat in an airport forcing a move, and he never got it. That's not disrespectful, of course.
Peter Odemwingie, do you remember that one?
Oh, mate, that was class. Sat outside QPR, and the security wouldn't let him in, and then he was never going anyway. That was just his agent trying to force a move. Oh, Madison there. What a turn. That's got to be a card, ref. He's done him. He's done him all ends up. Madison completely cross turns, cuts inside. If Johnny Evans asked the question, that was Harrison Reed with a chop. And it was a chop.
This ref's normally all right, isn't he? He's one of the good ones.
Fair play. There we go. The card comes out fine. It's taken him a bit longer than I thought, but the card does come out. It's definitely a card. I mean, Tielemans plays it into Madison. Madison with the Cruyff turn inside. Does it, man? Brilliant little turn inside. And Harrison Reed completely chops him. I mean, he's not even going for the ball.
What do you mean give your head a wobble? Sorry, Tom. What do you mean give your head a wobble? What? Because I said Mahrez disrespected us. He did. He did.
Sadly, we live in the past.
Yeah, Ben's right. After disrespect, he's shown our fans, owners, and his teammates wouldn't want him back. Absolutely. And then afterwards, I think last year, he said that we wasted 2 years of his life or 2 years.
Exactly.
Mate, without us, you'd be unknown.
Ball into the box. Hold on. Nacho brings it down. Find Perez. Perez laid in. Chipped up to the back post. Johnny Evans. Sancho saved by the goalkeeper. Sancho with a volley at the back post saved. Oh, Leicester nearly made it 2-0 there. Anywhere to the right hand side of the goal, I think it would have been in, but it was straight down the goalkeeper's throat. And Fulham will come down the right now. Here's the break. Is what Fulham do. Little 1-2 into Mitrovic, Loftus-Cheek feet. And back to the halfway line. Fulham go. Oh, it could have been halfway. Ball chipped to the right hand side. Fulham coming again with Harrison Reed. Crossed into the box. Looking for Mitrovic. Headed away by Ricardo Pereira. What a header. Oh, keep your feet down there. Free kick to Leicester, handball by Loftus-Cheek.
We have Under and Albrighton who can play in Mahrez's position, and that's when we don't have Ricardo and Castagna pushing upfield at wing back. Yeah, mate, I don't.
Just looking at this chance. Yeah, pros are on side. Chips it up the back post. Johnny Evans goes for header, misses it. It's a hell of a volley by Sancho. What a volley. Dropping to him from a flick on by the Fulham player, and he smashes it. Anywhere to another 2 foot to the side, it's probably in the back of the net for me.
Ben, the football kid, who would you rather have back, Mahrez or Kante?
Kante. I'm going to call it now. Kante. I like Kante because the way he was. There's the humbleness about him, the way he's just, and generally, I know it's difficult, but can you imagine if you had Kante and Ndidi in the team? Because Kante doesn't have to be the defensive midfielder, by the way.
Well,
Kante's the one who's broke the play up, won it, and drifted up the ball 10 yards up the pitch every time. You know, that was my thing with him. You can talk about Mahrez, the skill and everything, but without Kante winning that ball and running on 10, 20 yards higher up the pitch, we saw once Kante left what a difference it made to the team. Fulham with the ball back. Well played, Nacho, challenging again. And again, well played, Nacho. Lose it, but still gets a foot in there. Well played.
Mahrez didn't win us the Prem. The whole team won us the Prem, mate. Come on. And look at Vardy. You know, Vardy won us the Prem, and he didn't jump ship when he had the chance. You know, even like Drinkwater, look, he did in the end, didn't he? But
Drinkwater tried to benefit his career, and I will never disrespect Danny Drinkwater for that. You know, he went from Leicester to Chelsea. It is a bigger club than us. I think that's not being disrespectful to Leicester, but Chelsea over the bar by Fulham.
Drinkwater's been humbled as well, mate. He's been humbled recently, you know, with everything that's gone on there.
Even he probably now sits there and regrets everything, but he's not going to regret the money he's made out of it. you know, if he was really that bold about playing football, he would have been pushing to try and get in the Chelsea team, but he didn't. Just looking at the chance not to cheat. Just fell over. Don't know what he's moaning at.
Yeah, I mean,
Scott Parker's not happy there. He was not happy.
What I would say, mate, to people who say about about Mahrez winning the league, the only one that left that summer was Kante. Kante left that summer, yeah. And look what happened. We fell apart.
Oh, mate, massive.
Absolutely. I think you take either one of them three out of it. You know, Kante, Vardy, Mahrez. If you take one of them out, it fell apart compared to what it would have been if the three of them were there. I think if Kante stayed and Vardy dropped out, we would have fallen apart. I think if Kante and Vardy stayed and Mahrez dropped out, I don't know. It's a tough one. But absolutely not. Mahrez did not single-handedly win us the Premier League. Ridiculous, but yeah.
Let's put that to their bed anyway, and we'll concentrate on this game because he doesn't even play for us now, and he can't even get in the Man City team. So leave it there, and that'll be a throw to Leicester. We're 28 minutes into this game, and the time has disappeared. It's been that fast flowing. You know, what can you say? Leicester have started off slow. I'd say the first 10 minutes was all Fulham. Leicester were under the caution. You know, really, Fulham should have been 1-0 up. The chance from Mitrovic when he hits Justin's feet. She's got to do better, mate, there. Leicester then grew into the game, I think, if we can be honest. We settled down. We started to move the ball better. Again, though, the last probably 5 minutes, we've gone sloppy. We've given the ball away again too much to Fulham. But the difference is we've got that lead, and when you have a lead, you can try and hang on it. Awful ball by Tielemans puts in Ricardo into danger, but cut inside, Fulham into the box. Well played. Ricardo Pereira wins the ball, wins it off his man. It'll go out to a Leicester throw.
Imtiaz is on a mad one tonight. He's so bizarre. He's so bizarre. Andy Stewart says Wilf has done an unbelievable job in the role since he has been there. We notice when he is missing. No disrespect for Mendes. I said this on Sunday, mate. I was saying about how Mendy's a great replacement for Ndidi. However, we're just a completely different side. We're a completely different side when Ndidi's in there, you know. And look, we're winning tonight, and you can't complain when we're 1-0 up, you know.
Perez.
But yeah, we can't complain when we're 1-0 up. But no doubt we're a different team with Ndidi in.
I had a sneak feeling tonight Hamza was going to start over Mendy because Mendy's performance at the weekend was very, very poor for me. Gave the ball away too much. And I just feel when you come to a team like Fulham who's fighting, is scrapping at the bottom league, you've got to have that aggressive side, as Rodgers would say. And I think that's what Hamza offers you. He offers you one, he's quick. We know he's quick. He can off the high press. But two, he's got that little bit aggressive enough to go in and make that tackle early on, really get into them. And I wasn't surprised when I saw Hamza on the team sheet tonight. I was more surprised to see Perez on the right and Nacho starting up front than actually Hamza. I know we tried to offload him, but that was more to get him game time, I think, than anything.
Yeah.
There's more trying to say we don't want to disrespect you at the club because you've been here a long time and you need to play football. And that's what I think Rodgers' thinking was, let's get you out, play some football. And we'll see where we go at the end of the season if we're going to keep you on or we're going to let you go. Fulham to the edge of the area. Loftus-Cheek holds it up, finds Harrison Reed. He's got a left foot, pulls it wide, back into Mitrovic. Lookman, he'll be flying and pinging around the box, and Sainz clears for a throw to Fulham. But, you know, it's more, I think, just trying to say in tandem, there's no disrespect here, but you need football. Tonight, on the other hand, the game is perfect opportunity for me. And I think if Shalabah had come in time, he probably would have started tonight because he offers you that a little bit more pace than Mendy can offer, and he can move around the pitch better than Mendy. Mendy's, don't get me wrong, he's a brawler and he wins the ball back, but he's not very quick. And I think that's what we saw on Saturday against someone in midfield who's quicker than him. He loses out too many times. One defensive triple. We need someone to bring into display in the back there. I won't say it's a shambles. Look, we've had to change it around. We've been solid with Fofana and Evans. You now just bring in, Sainz coming back after a long injury. And in there, Johnny Evans, leader, clapping. The ball's going across the box and he's clapping because we've switched the play. You know, for me, there's a leader in there. We've just got to get settled down to having a different back four. You know, we've been so used to playing Justin, Cassagna, Evans and Fofana. You know, that team rolled off its tongue every week. Now it's getting back to used to that. We haven't got those players in and around, and you know you're having to move Justin to left back instead of right back, and you've now brought Sainz in at the back again. You've got to get that chemistry back between him and Evans. It's going to take time. It doesn't just fall back into place overnight.
Here's a question for you, Tom. What's the favourite game you've been to?
My favourite, playoff final versus Palace.
When was that? What year was that, mate?
96. Claridge scored with his shin in the last minute. That's one of my first proper games. That's one of my first games. And then probably the Arsenal 3-3. That game's good. I love that game. Arsenal 3-3. In the last minute. They're up there, the Filbert Street. King Power. Oh, what can you say? There's some memorable ones over the years. Seville will always live in my memory for that. Everton, when we got the league trophy. But probably as well, people won't go back as that. But like for me, it'll be like the revolution of the club. The Scunthorpe at home when we drew 2 and we got the League One trophy. Doncaster at home when we got the Championship trophy. Those games live in my memory as well because that was part of our rebuilding statutory and getting back into the Premier League.
Yeah. I remember one of my... in more recent years, I'd say it's got to be 5-3, Man United.
That's a good call.
But then going back, I remember my first game was against Bristol Rovers. It was a 2-1 win. That was my first game. It was like the League One season, I think. Yeah, League One. And then... someone tell me, because I've been trying to remember this for so long, right? Let's see if there's an encyclopedia out there of Leicester games. I went to a Leicester game where Jeffrey Broomer scored an absolute screamer from like 40 yards out. And I can't remember for the life of me who we were playing. So someone go and do your research. Tell me what game it was. But I went to it and I could not remember who it was against. But it was an absolute screamer. He didn't score 2. No, he scored 1. Or did he score 2?
I think he scored 2 that game. I've got a feeling he scored 1 and Patrick Van Arnholt scored another.
Yes, that's right. That's right, yes. Who was the other one? Someone tell us. Someone tell us who that was.
I'm trying to think who we played. I know Patrick Van Arnholt scored because he cut inside and bent one in.
In the same game, wasn't it?
Yeah, and Bruno scored a stupid distance, just smashed it. Why have I got Huddersfield in my head? I don't know. I might be wrong. Someone have a Google.
I'm going to do it.
Van Arnholt and Broomer in the same game. There we go. Family was planning to get a game last April, but COVID, yeah.
Someone said Cardiff. 3-2. Unless, no, it wasn't away. It was at home.
It was at home. Definitely at home.
Yeah, definitely at home.
Someone's put Watford.
I think it was Watford, actually. That's a good shout. Hold on.
4-2, wasn't it? I think the final score. I don't know. I can't remember. All I know, I can remember you saying it because I remember Van Arnholt scored and Broomer. Watford 4-2. Not much happening. With 10 minutes going this half, Fulham just passing it around and Leicester quite happily sitting with, it looks like a 4-4-2 and with Nacho and Maddison playing up front.
I've got Burnley. Burnley 4-0 in 2011.
Arnholt and Burner score. Ben, how did you react when Deeney scored in the last minute? Mate, I was at the ground that game. All I remember was we got the penalty and everyone was going mental around me because we'd won the pen. And I remember just standing there. And at the time, I'd got tickets through the club because I was working at Tigers. I had a New Zealand friend who knew Chris Wood, who managed to get me a ticket for the game. And I was sat standing next to Paul Konchesky's mum and dad and Andy King's mum and dad at the time in the ground. I remember everyone was going mental, and Paul Konchesky's dad just looked at me and was like, "What's up with you?" And I went, "We haven't scored yet." And everyone was going mental. And Ricardo into the box, goes down, nothing there. Madison wins at home in the box. He'll win at a corner kick. But I remember just standing there and just thinking, we haven't scored. And then literally the miss, I just remember literally standing there thinking, oh, not again. Smashed the telly in the pub and got barred until I paid for a new one. I love it, Ben Moore.
Mate, I've just seen it.
Go on then.
It was 2 goals. Van Aanholt didn't score in this one. He didn't score. Bruma scored Van Aanholt scored his screamer against Burnley in a 4-0 win. That was at home as well, and it was the same season. But the Bruma one was 2 goals against Watford.
Quick to the back post, sorry mate. Soyuncu goes up, header.
Yes!
Goal! No,
get in, you!
Free kick given, mate. Free kick to Fulham. The little shove in the back there, I think he's giving it for. Oh, Claudio Soyuncu. Ball goes to the back post.
No!
Oh, come off it. What's
Can you not VAR check that now? Are you not allowed to VAR?
He hardly. There's a tiny hand in the back. It's a great header, by the way, because the goalie does it.
Why are you not VAR checking that and saying there's only a little bush?
Full kick back off again.
What a joke that decision is, mate.
Could have been 2-0 there, but.
Yes, Bruma's goals, Watford, 2 screamers. Cheers for letting me know. But yeah, that was one of my favourite games as well. Just because the goals.
Down the right hand side, plays into the box. Mitrovic tries to get a foot. Casper will come and collect.
Mate, I don't get it. I don't get why you can't VAR check that and clearly see.
I think that's so soft for me.
2-0. Whoever's watching the Man City game, just for FPL purposes, tell me who got the assist in that, please. I've got Gabriel Jesus, who's scored me one. I want an assist from him now.
I was gutted that Cavani went off last night after 1 goal. I was absolutely gutted. I was like that.
I captained Bruno, mate. You got 2 assists and a goal.
I captained Cavani as well.
Oh, you captained Cavani?
I was gutted when he went off at 45 minutes. I was like, oh, referee, that's a nasty one on Justin. Justin flicks it round the corner and the lad comes straight through the back of him and flicks him up. No card there, though. But that was a naughty one there. Utter class from Justin.
Think of all the other players in the league that would roll around on the floor crying at that, mate. You know what I mean?
Good one to assist, mate.
Oh well. I've got Jesus, Cancelo, and Stones.
Long ball by Casper Michael finds Pereira. What a kick that was! Straight onto his chest. Pereira holds it up. Johnny Evans decides find Perez. Perez turns his man, loses the ball.
Charlie says I'm getting my braces off in 20 minutes, so I can't watch the second half. Well, good luck with that.
Good luck, Charlie.
Justin is a legend. I've got Gundogan and Stones. Who scored for us?
Nacho, man.
Nacho, man.
Or we can sing the Kasabian version. I'm in love with a Nacho. All of the edge area of Lookman. Shafar's one across, flings off Tillemans, who's having a right moan there, by the way, can I just say. Chucks his arm out and a right moan at the Leicester players because no one would have picked Harrison Reed up in the edge of the area.
Have you seen Andy Meadows' comment, mate?
Oh, indeed. Fulham with the ball down the right-hand side. Leicester sitting deep themselves now, doing a Fulham. plugging the gaps. Let's
Yeah,
try to
them on the
switch.
break.
Perez tried to switch it. They did. Perez with the ball puts one over the top. Tries to find Maddison. Fulham get the head on it. Either miss it. Maddison's in behind. Tom's loving Nacho goal. I'm over the moon because the kid gets a lot of slated, and I just feel sometimes we haven't got any options now. From now to the end of the season, the door is shut on the transfer. So let's back the team. There's no point moping around or keep the line right red last night. The amount of people, we're going to go down a hill. It's all going to kaput. Well, we might as well give up now and go home. Let's back the team to the end of the season and see where we can finish.
And we need to remember this May, it might be our last game without Vardy. It might be.
Well, the thought that Vardy could be fit for Fulham into the box. Well played, Ricardo covers. After seeing the video of Vardy running after 6 days, he's brilliant. Was it 5 days, 6 days of running on a treadmill? It tells you he's not far off. Hernia operations now are very minor compared back in the day. You'd be out for 2-3 weeks with a hernia. Now, the operations of that keyhole, it's a week and you're back. So, look, it'd be great to have him back for Wolves. What I watched the Wolves last night, they're still not the team they were. They still haven't got that threat. Arsenal literally gave them the game last night. Don't get me wrong, João Martinho's goal last night, what a hit, kid. What a hit. That you can't take that away from him. Fulham to the back post. Free header. Oh, Kasper's kept us in it. Tips it over the crossbar. Once again, Leicester City, you need to work on defending corners. Who is marking Tosson at the back post there? Nobody's marking him. Free header. Kasper flings himself up and tips it over the crossbar. You've been waiting to use that. Fulham with another corner clip to the back post. Sancho heads away. Edge of the area of Perez. Get in there, kid, and get on your man. Ball into the box still. Strikes across ball. Tillemans turned his man. Plays it to Perez. Perez not got any options. He'll look for the free kick, though. He'll take on one man, taking two. He's still got the ball. He'll go wide to Ricardo Pereira. Ricardo down the wing. Comes back inside to find Tillemans. Slow it down, boys. Just settled again now. Maddison, and we have settled. We've literally stopped the move there, and Fulham have got all their men behind the box.
They get all their men behind, mate.
Yeah, everyone behind the ball. And again, Fulham now, that press that they had after the first 20 minutes is slowed down. I mean, they're still trying, but you could tell it's taken its toll. 20 minutes of pressing. Leicester really, at times, the last 15 minutes playing it around better and playing it around Fulham. So 2 minutes to go in this half, plus injury time, probably no more than a minute, just for the goal celebration.
Ben could still scored an open goal versus Burnley. Good for him. He should have done that versus Lyon. I mean, he may have done it versus Croatia as well, but Harry Kane...
Nacho turns his man, hold on it. Finds Maddison. Maddison through one-on-one, cuts inside one man, cuts inside again. Sets up. Justin takes a touch. Goal!
He's onside! He's onside! He's in the FPL! He's in the FPL! Get it!
Justin with a second, with a minute to go by half time. 2-0 to Leicester. Fulham 0, Leicester 2. Let's talk you through that move. Oh, I had to jump in there. Hamza Chowdhury plays his balls into Justin. Justin plays it around the corner. Nacho with a turn. Plays in Maddison, who's onside for me. Takes it through one-on-one. Cuts back inside past one man. Kroos turned back in another. Lays in Justin, who's onside. Knocks it past the goalkeeper and slides it into the net. Fulham 0, Leicester 2. First question.
I'm in love with the Justin.
What was Justin doing in the box? What was Justin doing up there? He's further forward. And Ricardo with a big hug and a happy face for Justin. But what can we say? That's just what we needed before half time. That should give us a confidence now.
Yeah, and may I say it? I mean, I shouted it then a minute ago, but I'll shout it. Well, I won't shout it this time because I nearly choked to death. I'll say it. He's in the FPL and all, mate. So that's brilliant for me. Double whammy. And
he started it. He got the ball. He played it into Nacho. And can we just say, Nacho, what a turn. He takes his man out of the game, plays in Maddison with a delicious ball. Maddison, as we know, hasn't got the pace to run past his man, but he's got the skill to do everyone. Perez would have missed that. Why do we have to put things like that? Perez would have missed that one. I mean,
Perez assisted the first one, can we remind you? So
yeah, let's not be. Oh, Tillemans wins the ball. Here we go again. Finds Barnes. Barnes on the left-hand side. 2-on-2 at the
come on,
post.
Leicester.
Look up, Barnes. Shoots.
Oh!
Deflected. Oh, goalie saves it. Oh, how's the goalie saved that? Flicked up off the rebound. Smashed the goalkeeper. It could have been 3-0 for half-time. Matt Tillemans again, though. What work rate for Tillemans to win the ball back in his half with a great tackle. Well, we're into 1 minute of added time, and that's the end of the 1 minute there, referee. Is that going to be half-time? Leicester come down the right-hand side. There is half-time. Whistle goes. Half-time, Fulham 0 and Leicester 2. What can we say? Leicester started off very, very shaky, and it was so before the game. I said we might struggle because of confidence, but we grew into that half as we went along, and within the chances missed by Fulham for me from Mitrovic, he should be scoring. And
Justin's cracked, my dude. Justin's cracked. Yes.
Better, from Fulham, played in Mitrovic, who, well, for me, should be scoring there. He had his chance, and he fires it straight into the ledge of Justin. Leicester grew into the game going forward. The first goal comes with Leicester win the ball, plays into Perez. Perez with a beautiful curling ball to the back post. And let's not take it away. Nacho with a header. It's not an easy header. It's behind him, and he has to lean back to get that header on target. Just before half time, once again, that demon that Leicester can't defend, set pieces is again coming to play, and a ball to the back post, and Tossen with a header, a free header at the back post, and Casper with an absolutely brilliant save to keep us in it. And just as it returned to the 45-minute mark, Leicester nicked the ball on the halfway line, played by Tillemans, plays it round the corner to Justin into Nacho. Nacho turns his man on a sixpence, lays in Maddison with a cross turn, and for some reason, James Justin is standing in the striking position, knocks it past his man and taps it into an empty net to make it 2-0. And I'm not going to sit here and say it was a brilliant performance from Leicester in the first half, but they grew into the game. But we've got to somehow work on defending corners, because it could be Achilles' heels going into the back end of the season. As Phil joins in.
Yeah, here is Phil. Hello,
Hi, chaps.
Phil. How are you?
Thanks. Good. Thanks for that first half, guys. Pretty decent. I'll let you two have a quick break, and we'll catch up with you after that for the second half. Thanks to Tom. Thanks to Lox. We'll see those guys later. Get your views in. Get your comments in. It is half time as ever. We want your views. We want your halftime views. Please let me know what you think to that. That save from Casper, world class and pivotal, says Jason. It was a great reach up from him. Daniel says, what a great quality second goal. When we're good, we are good, aren't we? And when we're bad, like when we played Leeds, we can be pretty woeful at times. Get your views in, get your comments in. Joanna's telling us, look, I told you we'd be fine. Joanna, you're right. Second half, we should get better. Rudy says, great play for the second. Jake says, what goals they were. Let's keep it up in the second half. Hamza, Maddis and Kelechi all playing well. Let's have a chat about Kelechi and Nacho. Let's have a quick chat about Kelechi and Nacho. Stuart says, who needs a striker? Well, quite right, Stuart, maybe. He has scored a goal and he has been involved in very much in the second goal. But why didn't he play against Leeds? Why hasn't he not been playing while Vardy's been out? Would be a question mark. Danny says Nacho's header was great. Andy says Hamza and Nacho have been class. Stephen saying Nacho having a great game. He is. I tell you, on his day, he can play well. Just strange that we didn't sign it. Imran says, what do we think of our new signing, Ian Nacho? Yeah, he's played well, hasn't he? David says, played some good ball. I'm going to get Jack in and John Sinky in a minute, and hopefully Ross as well. Keep getting your views in and want as many fans' comments in first as we can. Nacho on the score sheet, hopefully give him some confidence, says Steve. David says Justin is one for the future. James Justin, how on earth is James Justin that far up again? He is absolutely fantastic. He just gets better week by week, James Justin, doesn't he? Rudy says Nacho's worked very hard, scored one and involved in the second. He was. James again. Nacho's played well. Stuart says Nacho to keep Vardy out. Hey, listen, this is what we want, isn't it? Keith says Madder's talking to Nacho a lot gets the confidence issue. I'm sure it does. Great effort. Ben Stevens says all look good, but Perez just doesn't seem fit. Didn't quite get him. I thought Perez has done well, Ben, at times. I really do. I thought he's had some good turns, been involved in it. Nick saying Nacho doing what Perez couldn't. Ricky looking class again. Chowdhury having a good game. Would like to see under in the second half. Yeah, who knows? Matty says that's more like it. Anthony, I agree with you. JJ is player of the season. He certainly is for me. Keep your views, keep your comments coming in. I'm going to quickly add in Sinky and Jack. Hi, chaps.
Hi.
Sinky, thanks for joining us again at half time. Great to see you. What a difference, 45. Listen, let's not get carried away, Sinky. We've not been amazing, but when we are good at times, we do look good.
Yeah, I mean, I said earlier, I fancy a Nacho for a goal. He took it well. Great cross from the right from Madison, and I thought he really held the ball up well in the penalty area to let Justin in for the second goal. The corner was a worry. Good save, the only one we gave away. I hope we don't give too many away in the second half. But all round, and I think you have to say in the middle of the park, we've done pretty well there. Tillerman's has not been in the game that much, but what he has done has been very good. And Chowdhury, I think Chowdhury's looked solid in there, to be fair. I think, we've not seen him for a while. And as I said earlier, it was a good chance to see what he could do. And he's done a good job. So I'm fairly comfortable with 2-0 at half time, Phil.
Yeah, Jack. Patrick saying, guys, this is Fulham FFS. Whatever FFS means, we don't need to get into that. But listen, I think we're pleased because it's nice to see Leicester bubbling again, Jack.
Yeah, well, the Fulham that beat us at the King Power, isn't it? They just Fulham.
Yeah.
Not all games are easy in this division. Jesus, we've lost to many teams. A team ain't just a team. You have to play somebody in this league. You ain't just going to sit there and expect the 3 points.
Sinky, a lot of chat about James Justin, obviously, scoring that goal. I mean, it's not often. I mean, to see a fullback, I know he's a wing back, but to tap for a wing back to be up there again, to be getting the final pass and tap it in, he has just got so much energy, and everybody is raving over him. Or most of this season, Sinky.
Yeah, it's
what's
probably
your views on him?
The player of the season category, isn't he? In a way, and Pereira, we saw get into the area. Okay, he lost the ball, but we've seen that. Seen him score a few goals come out. So we've got fullbacks that like to attack. And, with Madison holding up the ball, he knew he had time to try and get in there. And that's what it proved. But, he scored a couple of goals now. He had a scream, but didn't he, in a recent game as well. So good to see fullbacks scoring like that and supporting the front players.
Yeah, obviously, Jack, you call him the Luton Cafu, which we're trying to rename in the Leicester Cafu. But, that was his nickname at Luton, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Another great game.
Fans, yeah.
Yeah, another great game for him.
He's phenomenal, isn't he? He just gets better every time you watch him. He's improved massively, and he really deserves to be in the England squad ahead of Ben Chilwell. So hopefully Southgate changes it quicker than he thinks, because obviously Chilwell ain't really in favour with the new Chelsea manager, so I don't think he'll get much game time.
Yeah, again, Mick says, I love it that Madders trusts JJ to put it in as well.
Great finish.
Yeah, indeed. And Perez on the right, we weren't too sure. I think he's held the ball up pretty well. He's linked up pretty well. But we see changes in the second half. We talked about Brighton or under. They may well come on after the hour sometime, because I think the manager looked to rotate it a little bit. Get the third, that's what I want.
Yeah, indeed. I'm going to add Ross in. Ross, are you ready to come in? Ross, mate, yes. Sorry for keeping you waiting. Get your halftime views in, Ross.
It's
Pretty
right,
decent.
I'll hold my hands on about Nacho. I'll for sure. I'm going to say it right now. But no, he's played very well. Just a minute. Playing very well in Nacho. I mean, boy, have we missed Ricardo, haven't we? Oh, we've missed him so much. But Double J, James Justin. No, he's not the Leicester. It's not the Luton Cafu. He's not the Leicester Cafu. He's the Leicester Impy. Who remembers Andy? Come on, the Leicester Impy.
That's going back a bit.
I don't remember Andy Impey being that good. Not as good as James Justin.
Yeah, but Cafu's Cafu. We can have our own players. But no, we've been brilliant so far. Brilliant second goal, and what a turn! Fantastic turn. Like I said, a Cruyff turn. Brilliant goal. So hopefully we can make it 3-4-0. So I'll do in a
Yeah.
second. So, so Son's playing a game again. But no, I think we'll win about 3-4-0.
Thanks, Ross. We'll let you go.
That's fine.
We'll
no worries.
see
I'm
you
gonna
at the
say
end.
I'm gonna
Cheers,
4-0.
mate. 4-0. Thanks, Ross.
No worries.
Sinky, a few people just putting in there, and I want to comments in there. Chris put in there. He's not the only one. He says he thinks we still look poor. Midfield is where we'll mess up this game. Looking for a little lazy. I'm not getting carried away with today's performance, Sinky. It's not been perfect.
No.
It's one of those. Again, we always say the next goal will have an impact, won't it?
Yeah, I mean, if you lose passing, sometimes we do give the ball away when I think we shouldn't do, but a bit loose at times. And we play against a side that are lacking perhaps a bit of confidence as well. And Mitrovic had a chance early, a bit of a difficult one to get the shot on, but it got blocked anyway. But yeah, you'd like to see the standards being a bit better, but you can only beat what's in front of you, and at the moment that's what we're doing. But yeah, it's not perfect, and I think we're all kind of armchair critics when passes go loose and so on. I'm certainly of that era. But we're 2-0 up. Let's build on that now and hopefully get the third goal and kill the game off, because they get one back. We know what that's like. I always said in commentary, 2-0 is a funny score because the next goal can make a real difference.
Yeah, indeed. Jack, I'll come to you as well, Sinky, on this. But Jack, just any feelings on where Brendan might go in the second half?
Maybe bring Perez off for under. Albrighton might come on. He might give Hamza. He might bring Hamza off Mendy.
I can see, John. I can't see many changes. Certainly none at half time.
I don't think you're rushing to changes.
No,
The team are playing pretty well. May get to the last quarter of the game and we'll see a few. But at the moment, there's no need to kind of do too much.
Ben Stevens says maybe under on for Perez. I know Ben said earlier in his comments. I thought Perez has played okay tonight. I think he's been linking up.
Yeah, I think Under's a different sort of player, as we said before. Likes to cut inside and try and make something happen. We saw him score the one goal in the Europa League as well. But I like Under. I'm hoping we sign him, but we'll see. In some ways, I like to see him play. I said that before the game, but Perez has done okay.
Yeah, Jack. Second half, obviously, first 15 minutes will be tight, won't it? We need to keep it tight.
Yeah. It'll be a tight second half. I think Scott Parker will lay into his team at half time and hopefully expects better performance from them. But obviously, the same with Brendan Rodgers. He'll just want his boys to go out and carry on performing the way they have. So it's going to be interesting.
Sinky and Jack, thanks for joining us at half time. We'll see you later, hopefully. Cheers, guys.
Yeah. Okay.
Cheers.
Thanks to Sinky. Thanks to Jack. Great to get them in. Keep your comments coming in. Keep letting the lads know what your views are. Jack and Sinky joined us there, as did Ross. Lox and Tom, are you ready to come back in? Thumbs up from Lox. Thumbs up from Tom. Thanks, boys. Not quite time to kick off. Almost there. Tom, a good first half without being amazing, but a couple of good goals in there. That second goal, beautiful.
As I said before, Tom, we grew into the game. The first 10, 15 minutes, we looked very nervous. And, like I said, Mitrovic should have scored. He should have put them 1-0 up. You've got to be scoring from 5 yards out, 6 yards out when it hits just in the middle of the box. But we grew into it. Look, Fulham is still a dangerous team. We've seen that. And we still got this problem with set pieces. That's my Achilles heel at the moment. We still can't defend set pieces. We look the wreck at the back. But we're 2-0 up and we've not got any Vardy. Perez has done well. He's a brilliant assist for the first goal. And we go into the second half thinking, right, take our time, get the build-up play. Fulham are going to come out and really have a go now. I can see Fulham probably bringing on Bobby Reid into the second half quite quickly. I think, with Scott Parker changing it, because he's going to have to, they've got to get winning games. Especially now Sheffield United are getting this winning feeling. 2 wins out of the last 3 games. Pressure start mounting at those teams out at the bottom because the gap is getting bigger. So Fulham have got to come out. We've just got to be clever and pick them off for me now. Just pick them off. Not every time, just be clever with our play.
Brilliant, chaps. I'll let you take back over and we'll see you at full time. If you're watching this video, please do give us a like, give us a share, subscribe, whatever you want to do. But stick with Tom and Lox and keep your comments coming through all the way through the second half and see you at full time. Thanks, boys.
Thank you.
Cheers,
They're bringing on Lamina, the centre midfielder, in it now, it looks like.
Tom
So,
Brown
yeah,
played
that's
11 games, scored 2 goals in 2010, 2011. The goals were against Watford. Yep. Sven-Goran Eriksson. Super Sven.
oh, Jeffrey Broomer, yeah.
Adam Tucker. Nacho
yeah,
stepping up tonight. Yes, he has.
Yes, yeah, agreed. No, I was wrong in the first half, mate. It wasn't Perez with that first assist for Nacho's goal. It was actually Maddison with a cross. I was sure it was Perez at first, mate, but it was Maddison. So that's 2 assists for Maddison. I know, mate. I just checked. But yeah, it's true.
It's true.
It's true. Funny how it seems. Always in love, never in line for dreams. Head over heels and toe
in
to
my
toe.
soul. You've got the. Oh, Metalli's gone off.
Oh no, it's all right. Mario Lamina. I think it's Mario. Someone tell me if I'm wrong.
Lamina.
Mario
Ex-Bournemouth
Lamina.
player on right.
Southampton.
And
Juventus.
Former Wolves player.
Who, Lamina?
No, the other player coming on for Fulham. He's come Lamina, number 18, and I think I saw another player coming on, former Wolves winger.
Oh yes, Carvalho.
Carvalho's come on as well for Teti. So Cavaliero's come on for Teti for 2 changes for Fulham. Like I said, I didn't see him mucking around. Scott Parker, he knows he needs to be picking points up. He's grey on the bench. Profile by Leverkusen. Steady stream, I hope.
My stream's 40 seconds behind. Just don't do anything. Yeah, I've just kicked up as well, mate.
Second half. Tomorrow guys left Leicester, so yes, he has.
Make the singing stop.
I drove his taxi for him.
Did you know that, Tom? The ladies play for a place in the cup final tonight.
They are. Let me see. I don't know what time they kicked off. I got to let Fulham try and play a ball in behind. Johnny Evans will read it. Plays it to James Justin. Justin will turn his man, and it'll be a throw to Fulham. Trying to be too clever there, Leicester. Fulham come out the blocks quickly there, trying to win the ball. Let's see the Fulham game. Leicester wins. Don't care about Scottish football.
Remember, guys, smash those likes.
Kickoff. We play Bristol in the semi-final. First one is Chelsea won versus West Ham. They kicked off at 5, but there isn't no score coming through on. Let's have a look. Let's put the ball back. Justin goes over the top. No one's in behind.
Right.
Chelsea won there. Chelsea won, by the way, in that game. They won 6-0 versus West Ham.
So if Leicester win, they play Chelsea in the
final.
They're the one with Emma Hayes, aren't they?
I think it is, yes. She's been linked with the AFC Wimbledon job. And
she's not been very happy. Have you seen it? Have you seen what she's come out and said?
She's not happy as she at all. I haven't seen what she said. I heard that she wasn't happy about it.
She said they couldn't afford her as well. They said, they wouldn't be able to afford me. I'm Emma Hayes. Fucking hell, right, mate.
That just tells you how much Chelsea are paying her. Ball over the top from Fulham in behind. Fulham hold the ball up from Carvalho.
Still got the ball there.
Running
travelled
back
with it.
In goal. Howson Reed on the left-hand side. Fulham again cut inside Lookman. He's been dangerous for them at times. Takes one on the foot there. Referee's not in giving it some. Again, if Lookman turns his man, Tillerman's not letting him past. And again, they have to go backward. Well, play less.
Fulham trying. Yeah, I mean they'll do what they can to get an early goal, won't they? They need it.
Oh, they've got to push, mate. Lookman takes it past Tillerman's edge of the area again. Finds Luster's cheek. He'll try 1-2. Edge of the area, shoots wide of the post. Wide of the post it goes.
I think it's beating Casper if it's on target.
Yes, if it's on target and it's going in the bottom right in the bottom column, Fulham corner. Fulham get a goal back because Casper did it. He even died. Well, he died, but I think if it's in the bottom corner, it's probably going to go in there. I don't think Casper's saving that.
Yeah.
Did you see the interview from Casper the other day?
I did, mate. Very good.
Professional. What a professional. That's why he's the captain. That's why he's the captain. People question it. I'm not one for goalies captain, by the way, but
No,
I understand at the moment with the way he is that you can see why Rodgers has made his captain.
I don't know if you saw as well. Did you see Evans's interview with Tubes? It came out today.
I did see that. It was brilliant. Absolute brilliant.
And they got a senior leadership team, with Tillemans is the leader for the European guys. A lot of them speak French, I know. So obviously, because they're Belgian and where else? What other nationalities have we got? Belgian, French, Spanish. Yeah, Tillemans
wins a free kick. It's good though, mate. It's good because I think that shows you the togetherness of the squad. I think we always had a tight squad before Rodgers came. Even though we hadn't had some good seasons, as some would say, under Pure. I think you always had a tight squad. Ball over the top, Nacho will chase it down the line. And he'll win a corner kick. Well played, Nacho, there, because he could easily have given that up. But no, he chased it to the corner flag. He hustled the Fulham defender, who sliced it in for a corner. Leicester will have this, and we are just under 4 minutes into the second half. Can we score from a corner? Put this one to bed.
Oh, Tom, score from a corner.
Nacho stands over it.
Although according to the stats, I don't know if you know, mate, according to the stats, we've scored 2.
I'm not having that goal against Chelsea. It was a corner. Not a chance. Not a chance. It was a short play. Madison, can he beat... Well, his first corner of the night, actually, this will be for Leicester. Well, he didn't get one in the first half.
He's going to go short, isn't he? Yeah.
Did we get one in the first half? Oh, yeah, we did get one, sorry. He did go short. Tillemans whips it to the back post. Sanchez coming in, back across goal, headed away by Fulham. Edge of the area. Oh, flecked it up. He'll be offside, Nacho. VAR will check it, but I obviously feel that Nacho knew he's standing offside.
He's way
position.
off. He's way off.
I think if he leaves it, Madison might have been onside, so it'd be interesting to see this one. So Tillemans crosses it into back post. Nacho's off then, but he goes to Sanchez, heads it across the box.
He's way off, yeah.
Hamza Chardi slicing it. Perez and Nacho are miles offside. Perez kicks it in. Nacho kicks it in and turns around like, I'm offside. Never. Don't get me wrong. It was a lovely finish by the way. It's a lovely side foot volley. Is it not
Ian Nacho's got history with the offside rule. I can't remember what it was, mate. It was one of his first seasons.
FA Cup goal he scored with VAR assist. Hamza Chowdhury, well played, cleared by Justin. Yes, it was against Fleetwood. He scored the first ever VAR goal, I think, in the FA Cup. It was at the King Power Stadium. We won 2-0 or something like that day.
Yeah.
And then he got another one, didn't he, as well? Another VAR.
Is that Fleetwood game? Is that when Diabate scored a hat-trick? Do you remember that? When Diabate scored a hat-trick?
That was Peterborough away. That was Peterborough away.
Yeah,
that was the season before. Yeah, Fleetwood was the first time VAR had been used in a game or something, and competitive game. And yeah, Nacho got the first one also like for a VAR decision going his way because the liner had put his flag up for offside. Less of VAR talk is. I'm bored of it now. Fulham will clear long from a goal kick. Well, offside, but yeah, go long. It'll be flicked on. It'll be a throw to Fulham. Inside there off.
Wasn't that the Brentford game? No, I think the Brentford game was last year, but the goal Tom's on about was the year before. The year before that.
Leicester win the ball back. Well played. And then gets a free kick. Fulham do. The referee saying that Tillemans has pulled Reed back on the halfway line. Diabate looked like a world beater that day.
Diabetes.
Oh.
Yeah, he did look good that day. It was a bit like when we had Ahmed Musa and he scored a bloody worldie against Barcelona. And I was like, oh my
worldies.
2 worldies, yeah, against Barcelona.
The run and the volley. God.
And then, sorry, Jay. Where's the scoreboard? That's a good point.
Oh, come on, Lox. You're slacking. You updated it.
Yeah, just about. There we go. Oh, I'm taking the hat off, I think. Oh, no, best not. Oh. It's getting a bit warm in here, you know? No, I'm going to keep it on. How about this, mate?
You can't put your earphones on now, that's your problem.
There we go, that's a bit better. Oh, now you can just see this. Bloody hell.
Get tattooed back in if you want. And Leicester win the ball back. Johnny Evans with a hoof up the pitch, and we're just coming up to the 8 minutes in the second half, and it's be a bit scrappy affair this second half. I think it'll suit Leicester more than it'll suit Fulham with the scrappiness because they can't get a rhythm. But
yeah,
do the headphones hurt your ears?
No. To be fair, look what I've done to my headphones.
That's why you don't sit on your headphones, people.
Snapped off.
Tillemans, great interception, wins it back and lose it. Perez wins the ball back. Oh, Perez with a twist but loses the ball down the right.
Scrappy, getting a bit scrappy.
Getting scrappy. Lookman into the other area, turns his man, turns Tillemans, gets the ball, plays it 1-2, looks for the back. Well played, Johnny Evans. Stands up Mitrovic. He ain't getting Meg there. Barnes with it inside pitch. Tillemans spreads it to the left-hand side, but no one's on the overlap. He finds Madison, though. Justin, there was a great ball. That's Nacho. Nacho needs another pass. He's going to have to go backwards, but he goes sideways to Tillemans, who goes backward now. I'd say a bit scrappy. Fulham probably be shaving it second half.
Good ball.
Ball into Perez. Perez flicks over top to find. Oh, he can't find Nacho. He tried the ball, lifted over. Find Madison into the area, though. He takes what Reed out of the game for fun. Cuts back inside. And again, oh, he can't get the reverse. If he got the reverse, he was in and goal for Barnes. Barnes can't squeeze it through. The ball runs out of play for Leicester. John Evans will pick this one up.
Yeah, sorry, Gray. I completely missed your super sticker earlier, mate. I can't get it on screen now because it's so far back, but 99p from Gray, mate. Appreciate that, Gray. Please click the subscribe button on YouTube. Get us nearer to that 6,000. Hit the bell button as well so you know when we go live. Sorry, 1 second. No, sorry about that.
Question for you. Robbie Savage said something quite funny actually on 606 last week. He said, do you press the bell or ring the bell?
Well, it depends what year you're from, innit?
Just saying, as a question. Press the bell or ring the bell?
If you're born, you know, when I
I'd
was
say
born.
Ring the bell.
Well, no. When you're born here, you press it, right? But when you're quite old, like Phil and Jamie, you've actually got a bell to ring.
Or
you know,
those ones you hit on the counter when you want service. Ding.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, Fee, I called yours out. I'm sure I did the 2.99 in the first half. I'm sure I called yours out, Fee. Sorry if you missed it, but yeah, I definitely did. But thank you, Fee, as well for that super sticker back then. Gray says, Tom, we're going to talk about why you still got your beard.
We won't talk about this because my wife would literally kill me if I shaved it off. She said, I have said to Phil, I will do a fancy dress watch along. I've got a costume. I will wear it for a full watch along. It probably will be the next one now. So I'll be Brighton next Wednesday because you'll be with Jack on Saturday. His Daddy Daycare's back in business. But yeah, I said I'll do a fancy dress as my punishment. So it'll be probably full Hawaiian gear.
Interesting.
I agree with the fans. I can agree with the fans. When I walked in the house, said I've shaved my beard, and when Mrs. Bases looked at me as daggers, not going to fall out with the wife.
Yeah, I think Tom's marriage is more important than his beard. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
So, someone said, "Can you dress as Shrek?"
That's my nickname. Don't start saying that.
Is it?
Yeah, that was my nickname. On every Sunday morning, I rocked up. Every Sunday league knew me as Shrek. There we go.
If we do the Premier League, will you do the watch along in your pants? Yeah, go on then.
Go on, yeah. If we win it, we'll both do it in our pants. The final game when we left the trophy, Fulham got a chance to come wide here. Can he keep it in play? Now run out for a goal kick. Leicester's got to switch on. 15 minutes into the second half, and it's really been all Fulham for me. They've scrapped it out, but they've really started to push us now, and a better ball there, and Fulham are really in on a chance.
Look at this, everyone. There are 12 more subscribers needed for 5.9 thousand. Now, please, there's 119 people watching. I don't know how many of them are on YouTube. Probably, I don't know, Jamie will let us know. If you watch on YouTube, all you need to do is just scroll down, subscribe. That's it. It's free. Just hit subscribe. Please help us out. Get us to that 5.9k. If you're on Facebook, there's 64 on YouTube. There we go. We literally need 11 of you or 12 of you to subscribe. If you're already subscribed, the people on Facebook, head over to YouTube just for a minute. If you don't like watching on YouTube, head over just for a minute. Please press the subscribe button. It's free of charge, and you help us out massively. So thank you.
Ball at the line
Fulham
into
into the box.
Fulham into box by flicks back off on us, and Madison
Keith.
will go away.
They already do it, Commando.
Well, free kick to Leicester. That'll
Should
be a yellow
card.
Gotta be a yellow card. He knows it as well because he's walking away. He knows the yellow card because he knows that Madison has done him all heads up, and that Madison is literally probably waltzing away towards the goal to set up a chance for Nacho there. Someone say do a Shrek impression.
Go on then, do a Shrek impression, mate.
Donkey.
Get out my swamp.
Donkey, get away from a swamp. There we go.
One of the service users referred to me as Princess Fiona from Shrek, as my full name is Fiona. Yeah. That's the link, guys. Hit the link, please. Click that link and press subscribe. It'd be massively appreciated. That's in the comments. But yeah.
Let's just pinging it around at the back at the moment. But as I say, we haven't started the second half at all well for Leicester.
He's Scottish, not from
Yorkshire. Oh dear. But yeah, we're now 15 in, and I say it's been all Fulham for me. Leicester really haven't got out the they've had a half chance when Nacho tried to be played in by Perez, but Fulham have really turned this into a scrap fest for me. Ball on the left, the ball over the top, Perez 1-on-1, but cross back in. Lookman edge of the area, pulls it back to
lovely Justin.
What a tackle from Justin again. Justin for me is up there for man of the match already. Nacho takes out 3 men, somehow keeps the ball, will lose it now, but well played Nacho, well played kid, keep going. And then Fulham kick it straight out of play. Well, that sums it up for me. Leicester going to make a 2 change, and on will come Kevin and Mendy.
Kevin and Mendy. I'm guessing that's for Perez and Hamza.
Ozzy Perez will go off. Well played, Perez. Hasn't been United all night, but you've worked hard down that right-hand side. It's not your natural position. I suppose we are looking at the weekend as well with playing on Sunday. And Hamza Chowdhury will come off. Looks a bit disappointed, but he's battled and he's won enough balls in there. So quite happy with Hamza's work tonight. He's done well.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm currently on 64 points from 5 players so far.
I don't think I've got that many because I've got Tillemans.
I'm on
25 points.
I captained Fernandez, mate, who brought me to 34 points. So
Brad Cavani, Tillemans,
and James Justin's currently on 12 points, mate. With the assist and the clean sheet so far.
So was it Justin with the assist for the first goal then?
No, that was sorry, not an assist. Yeah, no, he's got a goal and a clean sheet.
Are we sure that Madison got the assist for the
yeah,
first
mate, 100%.
Sure.
Yeah, honestly, Madison got it. I was surprised myself. I was sure it was Perez.
Fulham with the ball down the right-hand side. Justin holds it up, whipped into towards the back post. No, there. Mitrovic falls over. You ain't getting a penalty there, kid. Get up. That's embarrassing. Mitrovic literally throws himself to the floor. The tiniest little bit of contact and he's gone down.
He's a big lad. I'm sure he'll be all right.
Someone the size of him, no chance of you getting a penalty for that. Whipped into the box.
Oh, it's even worse when you watch it back.
Get up.
Idiot.
Embarrassing.
62 minutes into the game so far, guys. We've made 2 substitutions as well. Perez and Chowdhury off for Mendy and Mark Albrighton. As you can see on screen if you are watching, 64% possession to Fulham in the second half. But we've dealt with it all right, haven't we, Tom?
Yeah, like I say, took been scrappy. Nacho with a lovely touch on his chest, pulls it out there. Yeah, I mean, we have dealt with it well. Fulham have been probably better in the second half. They've like I said, they've made it a scrappy game. They're battling more than Leicester. Leicester ball in behind though. Maddison into the box, pulls it back. Barnes, deflected. He'll come to Ricardo Pereira. He'll go out to Kevin. Albrighton back to Pereira. Cross the ball. 3-0. Ricardo Pereira.
Oh, it's offside.
Oh.
That would have been lovely, mate. Ricardo.
That's the second time in the game the flag has gone up. Ball to Barnes, shoots, deflected back, comes out to.
It's that one.
Yeah, Albrighton. So the pass to Albrighton is off. The pass back to Pereira is not. I mean, Pereira smashes it in the goal. He's got no chance. But the first pass into Albrighton, he was offside. Unlucky by Leicester. But there we go. There was the movement that we hadn't seen at the weekend for us. That's what was lacking in the Leeds game. That little 1-2s.
Yeah, it went to VAR. Well, it didn't. It didn't go to VAR, but you didn't need it to.
Didn't need to, mate. It was miles off. Well, VAR would have checked it. They have to.
They would have had a quick look, yeah.
But obviously, he was in that much of an offside position.
Yeah, absolutely.
I would say that's the second goal. It could have been 4-0. I mean, like I say, Soyuncu's goal hadn't been ruled out for a shove, a very minute shove. And if the goal then was offside, that would have been 4-0 and a great day at the office. But
yeah, that Soyuncu one's never a foul.
With 63 minutes played, 64 now, it's fair enough to say Fulham started the better in the second half, and Leicester, like I said, are just trying to pick them off for me. That's all they're trying to do now. Defend well and hopefully get a counter-attack or a quick bit of play around the area.
Yeah, mate, completely agree. Yeah, we've hit them on the counter a few times now in this game and it's working. Smash those likes. Let's get 100 on YouTube. I've got 2-0 at work. I don't want any more goals. Sorry. We want goals. We want more. We want 9. 9, Tom? 10 maybe? After last night.
Yeah, but they had to play against 9 men at one point, so their result doesn't make any better than ours.
And they were at home.
And they were at home. We were away. And we had fans.
Exactly.
Free throw to Fulham, just inside their half, go down the line. Johnny Evans reads it, intercepts the ball. Well played, Johnny Evans. Plays it to Tielemans. Tielemans will come all the way across and find Ricardo Pereira. Has to run over and meet it though, because it was a bit way behind him. Pereira goes up the line, kicks it straight to Lookman. Lookman wins the ball back. Ricardo kicks out for a throw. Lucky there by Ricardo, tried to clear it, smashed it into him.
Still need 12 more. Come on, guys. We still need 12 more. Just hit.
Of you.
Come on.
Let's
just
be having you.
Go
Where
to
are
YouTube,
you?
please.
Come on.
Go to YouTube and subscribe. Neil Whitmore with the $2.99. Thank you, Neil, for the $2.99 super sticker.
Mate.
Really appreciate it, mate.
Don't make me go full dealer on you lot.
Yeah. Let's be having you.
Where are you? Someone had a few too many sherries that day, I think. Freak to Fulham to float towards the centre, head away by Johnny Evans again. And Harrison Reed will pick it up. You all right, kid? Tired? Is it catching up with you now, this COVID?
It's the COVID. It's the COVID, mate.
Fair play, mate, for doing it. I will say to you, mate, for coming on tonight. Fair play.
Mate. Yeah, mate. I was speaking to someone earlier, and I was just saying, cheers for Dave Gavin for the €2 super sticker, mate. Look, I'm just lucky, mate. Because obviously that's it. With COVID, it's better off someone young catching it than someone old.
Yes.
Obviously, there's some young people who haven't, who have passed away from it, I'm sure, but yeah, it's just obviously one of them things. I've not got it too bad, so I can deal with it. So, I mean, I was going to say I'm relatively healthy, but I'm probably not with all the alcohol and drink. But the good thing is, mate, I'm sure I've lost a good few pounds this week because I've hardly eaten anything.
Just on your betting, wasn't it?
What?
That's just on bets.
Yeah, literally, yeah. Trevor says he's had COVID, but it's awful. Yeah, I mean, literally, that's it. It can affect anyone differently. It affects everyone in a different way, a different severity. Luckily for me, my uncle was in hospital with it last week. He's all right now, but yeah, he was in hospital. I don't think I'll need hospital. I'm all good.
Ricardo Pereira. but Fulham come and Kevin will try and tackle. Well played, Kevin
Well played.
Albrighton. It's not now. It's just Kevin Albrighton.
Kevin. But yeah, just to finish on the COVID talk, 'cause it's a bit, no one wants to talk about COVID these days. It's just everyone's had enough of it now. But yeah, I'm okay. Just got a bit of a cough every now and then. It's worse at night time when I'm lying down. So I'm all good. Thanks to everyone wishing
Fulham
me
with
well
a free
as well.
kick, corner kick, headed
Harrison
out.
Reed.
Edge of the area, goes back to the corner taker down the left-hand side. They come, chip to the back post and floated out for a goal kick. With just over 22 minutes to go in this half, Leicester now still 2-0 up. And can they find that third and final goal to kill this game off? As
Bobby de
Culver-Reid looks like he's coming on. And I said I'm surprised he didn't start today, because for me he's played very well this season. The former Bristol City, Cardiff City man.
Cheers, guys, everyone. I didn't think I had it, but I didn't think it was that bad because I'm 17. That's it, yeah. The younger you are, the better you are. You're going to take it. Smoking, I mean, I vape now. I don't actually smoke cigarettes anymore, but still, you can tell when. I mean, this is the least I've smoked, obviously, for about a year, because obviously it's a bit difficult to get you, but yeah. Anyway, moving on from the COVID, the
Leicester.
Big C. 12 more likes, guys, everyone. But yes, Fee says, Graham, me too. So good to see.
Sorry, mate.
What just happened there?
I'm just laughing. So Nacho's backed into his man, and he's trying to stay on his feet the best he can. But the Fulham man's got his arms around his shoulder, around his neck, and he's literally pulling him to the floor. I thought he was playing rugby for a minute, and then gets up and moans at the referee that he's giving a free kick when he's got his arms round over the top of his shoulders and pulling him down. Behave yourself. Come off it. I can't imagine why you're appealing. Maddison with the free kick, though, pulls it over the top. Can't find Tielemans. Tried to be very clever there and chip it into him. Don't lay on your back, Lox. It's your lungs.
Yeah, I'm just reading that. I won't put it on screen, but I'll read it, Joanne. Don't know what... Yeah, that's it. I've noticed that. I've noticed when I lie down, it's like that, Joanna. Yeah, so thanks for the heads up. Probably just to prop up at night, innit? Pillow and all that. So yeah, thank you, Joanna. Appreciate that. Yeah, isn't that yellow? That's that rugby on footy.
It begs belief that a player thinks he can do that in the modern game now and get away with it. Fulham with the ball, though, with 20 minutes to go. Again, they're looking for the diagonal ball. They've done that quite a few times tonight, but they're straight into Casper's safe hands for him. And he'll calm it down, bowl it out across the box to Soyuncu, who's had a steady game tonight on his return to the team. For me, he's not done too bad, Soyuncu. Leicester give the ball away. Casper, well played again.
Sweeper keeper!
Sweeps that, smashes it into the stand where there's a sign that says Fulham. And he landed on Fulham.
Sweeper keeper.
Sweeper keeper. But he kicks someone out.
Tielemans getting in there.
Well played, Tilly again. Wins the ball back. Nacho, well played, kid. That's it. Be simple. Don't need to be clever all the time. Take it simple. I'll be honest with you tonight. Nacho's played it simple most of the game, and it's worked well for him. Johnny Owens with the ball round the corner to Perez. To Tielemans. Ricardo Pereira knocks up the line. Find Albrighton back to Tielemans. Tielemans turns his man twice, 3 times. Plays up the line. Finds Nacho. Nacho folds it up. Comes inside. Finds. Maddison nearly gets away from his man. Bobby Reed with a little twist and turn.
Mendy goes, hey, I thought that was all right. I thought that was okay.
Let's just put it this way, mate. If Maddison can get his foot and knock the ball to the side, that Leicester are then 3-on-1 going into the goal.
I want to see this one again, mate. Yeah.
Bobby Reed takes it on, knocks it, little step over. What?
I think he won the ball.
I thought he won the ball. Yeah, they caught Mendy in his first tackle, really.
You got COVID, but still boozing. Must be the haircut, Lox, making you hard. It's just a little gin, that's all. Nothing wrong with a bit of gin.
Just a little.
Just a little one, yeah. Not as strong as normal, I can assure you of that. It's the first one I've had in a few days, actually, so I thought I'd treat myself for the football. I'm not going to read that one, Keith. Have you seen it?
Oh, fair play, Keith. I like that.
Oh
He's done me.
God.
He's done me.
Yeah.
Behave yourself, Keith.
I agree with Jono here, then, mate. Jono says we need a third goal. It would be typical to concede and make it difficult for yourselves. Yeah, 'cause it's just gonna. If we conceded it, I'd still think we're gonna win the game, but it just adds that pointless
Look,
worrying. You know what I mean? That anxiousness.
the clean sheet as well, mate. It builds confidence again. Yes, we've lost a game, but then we've bounced back. Where this time last year we were losing games and losing games and losing games, and it was falling apart, or we were, losing to Norwich and then drawing, then losing to some other team down at the bottom of the league. So where now, yes, we've lost to Fulham, lost to Leeds, but we're currently now beating Fulham 2-0, and we bounce back quite quickly. And I think that's what you've got to do if you want to be challenging at the top. If you get a knock, you get back up and you focus yourself to win the game. And I think that's come out for listening to Casper yesterday, the focus. He's so focused as a person. And I think that rubs off the team. And Leicester make the third and final change, and then Daniel Amati will come on. Now, I'm hoping that's not an injury to anyone. And then it's just precaution that it's Soyuncu's first full game back and they're going to take it easy on him. Long ball up. Nacho tries to get on there and can't. Falls to Tielemans' edge of the area. Steps past his man, loses the ball. Madison.
Never.
Another foul. Tielemans gets penalised for.
He's on a yellow. They're both on yellows in the midfield now, mate.
Oh.
Mendy and Tielemans, so they've got to be careful.
Amati on up front.
Why is Hamza trending on Twitter?
I don't know. I thought he played well tonight. I don't get why it'd be. It's his first game in how long? The Premier League is a grueling league. You're not going to be able to play 90 minutes on your first game back. I know these are professional athletes, but it takes his toll on him. Perez weren't happy there, by the way, on the edge of the pitch, as he thinks the ball hadn't gone out of the play and the Fulham player carried it out.
Yeah.
Marty Party.
I don't know. I don't know why. I mean, who do you think Martin's coming on for, mate? You think it will be one of the centre backs? One of
the centre backs, maybe Perez. Perez. Ricardo Pereira going at right back. It could be. It's Ricardo's first game again. Another game on Sunday against Wolves. You've got to be careful not to burn these players out who are returning. We've seen that this season when we've rushed play back. Just want to see you talk about trending on Twitter.
Yeah, literally, number one, mate, Hamza. It says Hamza. I've searched it. There's no comments. No bad comments, all right? Have you seen it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Bizarre. Twitter is... Mate, Twitter does me head in. Jesus Christ. People on our Twitter. The left
15 minutes to go. Corner to Fulham. Again, this could be our Achilles heel. We've got to defend these better. On comes Amate. And off we go, Barnes.
Don't think there's any need to go to a 5 or 3, whatever, at the back.
Is it a 5 at the back? Is it a 3 at the back? And he's pushed on. Good take, Casper Schmeichel. Well taken there, kid. So Leicester have brought on Amati. It'll be interesting to see what lineup they've gone to.
Yeah, Gray. What's happened on Twitter? No, nothing, mate. Hamza was just trending.
It's Hamza.
But if you're on about what I said that Twitter's full of idiots, which there is. Yeah. Anyway, let's ignore that because I get into enough trouble on Twitter as it is.
Yes, you do. You got your favourite fan. That's a referee. Tielemans gets pulled down, falls down. The referee just gives nothing. 2 minutes ago, you just gave a free kick for the same foul what Tielemans has just done. Make your mind at ref. Up the line.
I don't know if you saw. Oh, we kept the ball in. I thought that was out.
Albrighton kept it in. Well played, Albrighton. Nearly set Nacho away as well. Fulham with the ball with 15 to go, 14 minutes to go here in second half. I can't say more than it has been all Fulham, but Leicester have had the ball in the back of net. What was ruled offside by Ricardo Pereira with a lovely 1-2 with Albrighton, but Albrighton is just straight into the offside position. Well played, Soyuncu gets in straight early on Bobby Reid and won't let him get in. Leicester win the ball back. And just trying to work out how we're set up here. I think we've gone to a 5 at the back, or a 3-5-2 if I'm honest with you now. I think we're trying to compact the midfield a bit more.
Yeah, so it looks like that way, mate.
Probably pushing Tielemans and Mendy higher up. Madison then drops into that midfield position as well to really compact it, stop them playing through the lines.
I mean that's Mendy at centre left back now. I don't know where JJ is.
Ball goes
We're gonna
wide. It's
be
by
under
Daniel
pressure.
Marty on the right hand side. He'll come up the line to Ricardo. He'll play it inside to Johnny Evans. Evans back up the line. Ricardo gives the ball away. Barged off
He's
the
done
ball.
well. He's done well. He's still got it, and
Got
it's
the
gonna be a
ball.
Leicester throw in.
You ain't got a clue, referee. You had that. You hadn't got a clue. You were flicking your hands left and right and didn't know where to give it there. You then went on the decision of the line, and it clearly came off a Fulham foot. Fulham will have the throw though, with just over 18 minutes to go. Under 18 minutes to go. Leicester, do you know what? They've done a professional job the second half, because although Fulham have had the ball, they've not really created much of the second half chances. Down the line, Fulham come. Back to Bobby Reid, edge of the area. He'll go past one, he'll go past two into the area, fires it over the crossbar.
Did you come on last week after the game?
Against Leeds United, yes, mate.
Yeah. Do you remember the comments? We're a one-man team.
Don't go into it, mate, because I'm just laughing at it.
We're a one-man team, you know, but we won again. And I'll tell you what, when we played Fulham last time and Jamie Vardy played, we lost. Just to remind people. So we can't be that much of a one-man team. Bloody hell. But yeah, you know who you are.
Begins
Anyway.
with an R.
Rawr, pirate.
R.
Yeah.
The second one's T.
RT. Artie. Yeah. I'm sure he'll be back.
Well, Arnie.
Might be quiet today because we've won.
Well, that was my comparison. It was one loss in 9 games, and we're all going mental about it. Look, the performance against Leeds was shocking. It wasn't acceptable from where we'd been. But when, like I said on Twitter, when you have such a young team, you're going to have off days, as we've seen this season. But let's put in comparison. We've only lost 3 games all season. 3 games.
Yeah.
Now,
Mate, I said this earlier. Just before you came on, and I said it last week with Jamie as well. I said,
4 games.
I personally would take 10 games unbeaten and then a loss against the Leeds United.
I mean, that's consistent enough for me. 1 loss in 10 games. I mean, that's if you work that out over a season, that's only 3 losses. If you're doing that over 10 games, because 38 games in a season, 3 losses. So
my problem last week with the certain individual, mate, was that I don't understand, but I know that some football fans that aren't Leicester fans who don't really know
all over the top side, mate, and it'll run into the goalkeeper.
There's some people out there who don't really know much about
10 minutes to
football.
go.
Some people who don't know much about football who say Leicester are a one-man team, and they said we were a one-man team in the title-winning season, and they still say it now. And people who say that clearly don't know much about football. So I was surprised to see a Leicester fan who claims he knows a lot about football say that we were a one-man team. It kind of shocked me. It just confirmed. It's all right,
Sorry,
mate.
John, I said 6 games. Yes, on I'd
Yes.
read the draw column. That's why I got myself mistaken with the 3. But again, ball in, Bobby Reid shoots, and it hits the side netting, and it'll be a corner kick. Yes, corner kick to Fulham with 9 minutes to go.
But yeah, we've lost 6 games all season, but still, that's not bad. That's not bad. That's one of the best, isn't it?
Of course it is, mate. Of course it is. I wonder how many fans around 10 years ago. Well, this is my problem, mate. This is my problem sometimes.
It does my head in, mate. It does my head in.
Someone who's had a season to go older for nearly 24 years now. I've seen the good times and the bad. I've seen the administration of the football club, and ball headed away by Justin. Well played. I mean, at the moment, James Justin for me is the man of the match. He's been absolutely brilliant tonight. Even Nacho's up there tonight for me. Not done much the second half, and he's had to be patient when the ball's coming, but he's played well. And with just over 8 minutes to go.
Seen that comment. Nice one, Jordan.
Has to give the ball away. Edge of the area, flicked away by Tillemans again, wins the ball, but it just breaks to Harrison Reid on the right-hand side. Fulham just can't seem to get that threat in the 18-yard box this second half. They've had a lot of the ball, and they're moving it around the edge of the area, where Leicester just put a blanket of blue. And like I say, Leicester now gone 3-5-2 or a 5-3-2, whatever you want to call it. But they put a blanket of blue there and just saying, well, the Fulham, you did it to us first half. We broke you down. Can you come and break us down now with 8 minutes to go? Edge of the area, cuts inside again, Fulham. And again, it comes to the edge of the area. Edge goes to the right. Again, going backwards. They've got an option. Reed pings it into the box. Mitrovic goes up, headers it down and wide of the post. Enough pressure from Johnny Evans Sancho there. Goal kick to Leicester with 7.5 to go.
Yeah, some good comments. Everton have just gone 1-0 up, by the way. Gylfi Sigurdsson with the goal, or I think, or Digne, one of the two. One of them got the goal, one of them got the assist. Leeds, dirty Leeds. But yeah, I've been going since '89, says Joanna. People, we're a one-man team. Madison, am I a joke to you? Nate looks. You know what? Nate looks like Reece Taylor 5 years ago. Look, can you see that? That's a good similar. That's uncanny. You look similar, yeah. That's not me digging anyone out. Right? I'm being serious. You actually look a bit like Reece Taylor there. In football, have you got a kid, Reece? So in football, there is good results and bad results. Just lift your head up and go forward. Yes, absolutely.
Look, some of these Leicester fans on here will remember me saying these names and the seasons. I remember sitting in the Championship under Craig Levine, Rob Kelly, Nigel Worthington. Bassett. Well, no, Bassett wasn't. Bassett was the season we got relegated after about 5 or 6 years in the Prem under O'Neill. That was Bassett's season because I remember his first game I went to. It was Villa away. Peter Schmeichel was playing in goal for that game for Aston Villa as a stat for you. And the game all the way down for most Villa fans was Frank Sinclair grabbed Peter and shoved him into the net.
Are you sure Bassett wasn't manager in that season? The season before we got relegated to League One?
Nope. So the managers in the season to that was Martin Allen started the season. Gary Megson then came in, and then it followed the Ian Holloway was the season. That was the season. Dave Bassett was the season we got relegated at Filbert Street. Mickey Adam took over for the final 4 games and we didn't lose one, and then got the job on a full-time basis and guided us through administration and back to the Premier League. Sadly, the club went down the route of trying to sign too many ex-players, old-age pensioners for me in that season. I think that cost.
Yeah. Apologies. Yeah, I've just checked. Yeah, I was wrong. I was only 3 years old at the time that Dave Bassett managed Leicester. So
that season we had the season, if I remember right, we came back. We signed Martin Keown, Nikos Dabizas, Les Ferdinand. We had some old timers at the football club. Ball down the line to Nacho, who's offside, and with 5 minutes to play, Leicester have quite seen this out. I had my Pier Point out banner. Did you, Tom? Yes, I remember the Pier Point that game. God, that was a day and a half at Filbert Street. I still miss Filbert Street. I'd have Filbert Street over King Power any day of the week. She was a good girl. Proper stadium. And
it's such a shame what they've done with the grounds, mate. It's such a shame what they've done.
They're all too similar for me. When Filbert Street was rocking, mate, I mean, the cup nights down there, that under O'Neill especially, singing all rocking all over the world in the Filbert, in the Cop End. There were some quality nights down there. It's just, I don't care if fans started sporting as long as they take talk. Ball up the line. And what we now, 4 minutes to go. Fulham, like I say, it's been all Fulham second half. Like I say, it has been. And Leicester's had one chance to put the ball in the net, but I say it was offside. And it's been a very, very, I'd say, professional half for Leicester. They've defended well. They have defended well. You know, they knew Fulham were going to come out and throw the kitchen sink, and is what they've tried to do, but they just haven't got that quality in around the box to test us. Casper picks it up in the air, goes down, has a little bit of a chatter with Mitrovic and calls him all the names under the sun. Fair play, Casper. Yeah, I think the F-off was in there as well. Well played, mate. Mitrovic just barges into him, and the referee's seen it quite clearly.
Yeah, definitely.
Don't forget that it is Phil's love child, though, so we can't say too much.
I see where Phil's coming from, though. I'd take him.
Oh, Mitrovic's a nightmare, mate. He's absolutely nightmare to defend against. I can't imagine Johnny Evans and Sancho would have a harder night against some of the players. He's just a beast. My only concern with him is the same as someone like Diego Costa, is that's his disciplinary record. Well played, Ricardo Pereira. Ball's running towards him.
Slick
And
Rick.
he literally just pulls his foot away and lets it roll out for a throw to Leicester.
Slick Rick is back in the blue. A couple in the turnstile before the game. Do you remember when Martin O'Neill said he wishes he could walk the new signings out backwards at Filbert Street? First thing you saw coming out of the tunnel was the crappy away stand.
Yes, I do remember that year. He did say that, yes. Because you walked straight out and you had the cow shed in front of you where the away fans used to sit. Filbert Street's pitch, imagine against Oxford. Where's the library, mate?
Gray, mate. You have to go on your settings
Hold
to
on.
add a photo.
Fulham into the edge of the area, loses the ball. Tillemans will break. This will be a free kick. That'll be a yellow card, referee.
Another
and he
one.
knows it. Oh, Tillemans is now holding his knee. Hopefully, it's just a knock.
That's a few yellows now.
Totting up, aren't they?
Yes, absolutely. Atmosphere was amazing at times, though. Didn't Martin Allen only last a fortnight? Someone's put.
Yes, he did. He was involved. Wasn't involved long at the fortnight.
Ian Nacho's been given the man of the match by BT Sport. I mean, it's hard to look past him. You've got others. I think Tillemans has been good. James Justin, of course.
Nacho tried to slide in Albrighton there for a third. Mendy wins it back. Well played, Mendy. Magic Mendy wins it back. Spreads the ball wide. Albrighton on the right-hand side. Cuts back. Fires Tillemans. There's a pass. Mendy again. Leicester going backwards, but they're keeping the ball. What they need to do with a minute to go in this game, and really professional second half from Leicester for me. Even though they've really not created much, they bar that one chance. They've been so professional to see this game out. And after the weekend performance, you could have seen the nerves and things aren't going our way again, and we'll just see out the season. But do you know what? Fair play.
Brighton's
Madison
through.
with the ball. Oh, you can't find him. Madison tries to find it on the edge, outside of his foot. The idea was right, but the execution was wrong, and it drifts back to the goalkeeper. Liam, they've been kicking lumps out of this game. Yes, they have. Fulham have made the second half more than anything into a dogfight.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, where's your man of the match, mate? I mean, for me, as much as I love Nacho, and he has done well, I just think Justin to be up there for the goal and his all-round performance, the amount of blocks he's made in that box in the first and second half, I think he just shades it for me. Justin does this game.
I get it. Yeah, I think Nacho and Justin are the ones which stand out. Obviously, they're the ones with the goals. For me, there's an underdog in there with Madison. When I say underdog, it's not really because he's got 2 assists. That's why I'm nominating him. However, he's been a bit quiet. I mean, I said it a few weeks ago, mate. You know, he's that kind of proper number 10. You know, he's quiet for a lot of the game, but he pops up with that bit of magic when he needs to. So he's definitely up there. But for me, I'm going to go with Nacho. I said it in the Europa League games back in October. We can, if we're going to moan at him when he does crap, at least praise him when he does well, and he's done well today. So
totally agree with you, but yeah. So that's one for him, one for Nacho, one for JJ for me. I think JJ's been superb today. Not just his goal, but one his goal because his movement to be up there in the first place, but 2 his blocking in the edge of the area. What a way he's been today for me, JJ again. And considering he's only 19, 20, is he now 20? He's been absolutely superb this season. Today's game, nothing different for me, even though he played left back. And we're into 3 minutes of injury time. We've already played 1 minute and 17 seconds of that. And like I say, the game's just drifted along this second half for me. Just drifted along.
That's not a bad thing, though. It's the way the game is, It's the way the game went. We've been defending, So.
Me and Lox will sit here quite openly and say against Sheffield United, we were absolutely bombarding Madison with his play and his poor performance. And what did he do? He stepped up in the 91st minute, sets Vardy away, and we win the match. It's the way it is with a good number 10. He might be out the game the whole game and stuff like that. But if he's there, that one chance you need him, and he creates that one goal to win a match, you can't fault him, can you really? No. I know, and he'll know his free kicks and corners have got to be better. He's not daft. He'll be working on that. But
I think's put a shift in today, mate. I think Tillemans has put a right shift in today.
Oh, he's been
A few
superb.
sloppy passes at the start, but I think he's. I don't know, mate.
Everyone's sloppy, mate,
In the
first half.
past, he has been quite
JJ
reserved
behind.
in his
Hold on.
running.
Nacho runs in behind, gets the ball, knocks it past this man, tries to knock it past his man, tries to be cheeky there. I'll be honest now, he's frustrated with himself. He probably knows he should have done better there. He tries a little knock it round the corner, but sadly he hasn't got the pace of Lloyd Dyer to burn, and he loses the ball.
That was funny.
It was funny because you could see it in his face. He thought, I can do him, and then literally took one stride and went, now I've lost it.
It was like, I believe I can fly.
Thank you, referee. Mitrovic pushes Amati in the back, and that will be the time ticking down. And 3, 2, 1. That's the 3 minutes of injury time up. Casper will boot this long. Mitrovic's having a moan because he feels like he's been hard done by all night. Obviously, he hasn't been hard done by. He's tried to bully everyone. Fulham, what can you say? They're going to have to find something special now to stay in the league for me because I don't see where the goals are coming from. I really don't. I haven't seen enough threat from them tonight. They had a good chance in the first half from a header, but bar that, they really haven't created that many chances.
Yeah, totally agree, mate.
Casper kicks his long, the full-time whistle goes, and I'd say a comfortable enough night. It's not been the greatest of performance. I'd say the 10 minutes before half-time, Leicester really sealed the game off, but the second half, professional enough to see the game out, and it's a comfortable win in the end, and that'll take Leicester back up to third on 42 points.
There we go. So yeah,
and safety for another season, we can now say.
Yes, it is full time, as Tom just said. Fulham 0, Leicester City 2, and let's get Phil back in. There we go.
Hi chaps, how are you two? Thank you for that. Great watch along second half. We saw the game out. It was nothing too fancy second half, was it, chaps? But,
professional performance.
Exactly.
Performance second half. You know, they were going to come out like we said they were going to do. You know, we've got the ball in the net again. You know, it's offside, but we still had the ball in the net. We scored 4 goals, 2 not given, but it's the points we needed, mate, and it's the reaction you needed, not the sparkling performance, but a workmanlike performance, and we've ground it out.
Brilliant, chaps. Are you going to stick around for a little bit?
Yes, mate.
Yes.
Brilliant.
Yes,
All right. Well, thanks so much to Tom and Lox. They'll be sticking around to give us their views. But what we want now is we want your views. We want as many views as we can. We want to know what you thought about today's game, what you thought to the result. Obviously finished 0-2 with Leicester winning. First time we've won there since 1983, they said in the commentary. I was at that game 1-0 with Ian Wilson scoring. I was just a young whippersnapper. What a great game that was. There's about 10 or 11,000 Leicester fans went to that one. It was very important. Anyway, get your comments in. We want to know, who was your match of the day? Match of the day? I've lost the plot. Man of the match. Come on, Phil, get with it. Get your views in. Chris Jones is the first one in there. He says Nacho was man of the match today. Imran says it was a professional second half. Jono, we are safe. Very good for that, indeed. Happy for Nacho, says Joanna. Joanna, you did say before the game he was going to score today, I think, as well. Simon says, not the most entertaining second half, but they never looked dangerous. Nacho put a shift in. I thought Nacho did put a shift in. I'm going to ask the lads what they thought. So keep getting your comments in. Let's add in Jamie from the Foxes as well. And also let's get Jack shortly in, and Chris. Jamie, what was your take on that second half? Well, the whole match.
The whole match. Like I think it was Simon just says, did the job in the first half. Second half wasn't the best. We, like I say, got the job done. 2-0. Glad for Nacho to score the goal. Happy for him. He needed that for his confidence. And I think Nacho did well today. I thought he played well. Like, I'd give Nacho my man of the match, to be honest. There was no outstanding performances, but I think Nacho with the goal, and he deserved the goal. So yeah, I'd give it Nacho. But 3 points. Third in the league. What more do you want at the minute? I was a little bit worried for this game, but we did a professional job.
Lox, who was your man of the match? Did you say?
Yeah, I mean, I was tempted to go with Maddison just because it was a bit under the radar. You know, he popped up with 2 assists, which was, you know, the first one was great. The ball in to Nacho was a good cross, and then the second one, brilliant play to put Justin through. So. Yeah, obviously JJ was one who, yeah, again, you know, you can't fault him. There's not a bad thing to say to him at the minute. Every game he seems to be putting in a good shift. But for me, yeah, Nacho, it's got to be. Considering last week there were some people saying we were Vardy FC, we were a one-man team. You know, we can't win without Vards, we can't score without Vards. Last week, now we've won 2-0, and Nacho, we're going to moan at him when he doesn't do well. So let's at least give him the praise he deserves when he has a good game. And today, for me, as BT Sport gave the man of the match, I think it's the same for me as well. You know, quality from him today.
I mean, Tom, I was moaning more on Sunday, the fact that Nacho he is our second striker and didn't play. So it was, at least you feel like we've got a striker on the pitch today with Nacho. And again, he had one of those better performances for him. He starts to make you think there is a player there.
I think the difference between Sunday and today for me was between Perez and Nacho. Perez was dropping off way too much, and we had no one running in behind to cause Leeds any problems. Where tonight Nacho was doing the doggy work, but also making those runs in behind, and the goal came from that. Nacho was brilliant today. My man was James Justin, because I thought he was superb at the back. The amount of blocks he made on the goal line and gets in the way of things, and then to top it off with what a goal. I mean, what's he doing up there? The wing back, the full back is standing on the penalty spot waiting to tap a ball in the net. Where's Nacho for that one for me? But look, it's great performance. Nacho was brilliant tonight, and look, JJ for me, man of the match today.
Yeah, I wouldn't say JJ was hanging around on the penalty spot. He'd made an 80-odd yard run. He played the original ball, didn't he? It was unbelievable. His pace to get there.
How's he there? Why is our defender standing on the penalty spot? You know what I mean? Fair play to him, but why is he standing on the penalty spot?
Well,
he's up there quite a lot, though, isn't he? JJ gets there quite a bit.
Well, he wasn't really standing there, like Jamie says. He did sprint halfway up the pitch. So I would give it to James Justin as well. I just think, to be fair, he's been outstanding all season. Another great one today. Keep your comments coming in. I'm going to get a few more comments on screen, and then we're going to add in Jack and Chris and Sinkins there as well. Joanna says there's enough of them to take shots. At least they're finding the net with or without Vardy, which is good. Carlos says JJ was amazing. Albin says JJ and Tielemans. Yeah, Tielemans did have another good game today. And Madders had a good game today. Albin says that cross was brilliant. Stuart saying it was just an average game, but all 3 points. I thought it was a bit better than that. But Steve says JJ man of the match. Stephen Price says Maddison had a quiet game, but stepped up when needed. I thought Stephen, again, I thought Madders had a pretty decent game today. Let's add in and get the views of, I'm going to add in Sinky and Chris, and then Jack, we will get you in. We've got lots to get in, and don't forget, if you want to click on the link and come and give us your views, do that. Sinky, let's start with you. Second half.
Yeah, I predicted 2-0. I was happy with that, and good to see Nacho score. And yeah, he played well. You know, he ran around a lot, got the goal. Good cross from Maddison. I think it's kind of difficult to pick man of the match in that. I think it was just a good team performance. You could probably pick out 2 or 3 different players, but if I had to pick somebody, it would probably be Maddison, because that cross in for the goal that Nacho scored was a quality one. Justin not far behind for me, in the right place at the right time to score the goal, and defensively he's very good too. But you know, Johnny Evans, he's so solid. You know, you kind of like almost don't consider him, because he's just a rock solid at the back, and you know, Soyuncu alongside him did the job as well. So a great team performance, a good result. And move on to Wolves next. But, you know, we're all worried a bit about Nacho not getting in the team. He's got in the team, he's proved it, and he should start again, unless Vardy's back, of course, on Sunday.
There's a chance, Chris. Thanks, Sinky. There's a chance, Chris. Yes, Loxy, you got to go.
Yeah, no, I'm off now, yeah. So just want to say thank you to everyone watching the watch along, as always. And we'll be back. God, when is it now? Saturday, is it? Sunday.
Sunday.
Is that
2 o'clock kickoff?
You and Jack.
Yeah.
Yes, with Jack. Me and Jack on Sunday for Wolves. So yeah, thanks again for everyone watching, and we'll see you then. I'll see you then.
Thanks, Lox. We'll see you soon. You. We'll let Lox go. We'll add Jack in. Chris, sorry, you were about to say.
Yeah, I mean, what can we say? Firstly, I want to say a massive thank you to Michael, who actually did a Zoom call with me and was able to share the feed, so I was able to watch the match tonight. So I really appreciate it. Thanks, Michael. But first half, I thought we were absolutely brilliant. Second half, I thought we parked the bus.
There's nothing wrong with that, is there, Chris?
Well, I mean, personally,
There's
I
nothing
want us
wrong
to
with being
actually-
2-0 up and playing it well and keeping it 2-0 is there, and getting 3
I know.
points.
I know, but at the same time, when we're playing teams like Fulham, and I don't mean to sound like a snob now, but when we're playing teams like Fulham, we want to thrash them, not just beat them, thrash them. So, for me, I kind of think we went really defensive-minded in the second half. And my man of the match, believe it or not, none of you actually said it so far, but I actually was giving my man of the match to Soyuncu.
He did. He had a good game.
I thought he was brilliant tonight.
Chris,
Yeah.
but was it more Fulham coming on to us and we had to defend? Because Fulham had a lot of possession in that second half. I think it was something like after 25 minutes, something like 68%. So was it actually Fulham trying to battle back into the game more than we parked the bus?
50-50, I'd say, because, there were times where even when we had the chance to press, we weren't. And so I generally kind of think, the first part of the second half was definitely us against the wall. I get that, but at the same time, in the second part, we could have tried to really press it forward, and we were just kind of having a midfield battle. So, to me, that's parking the bus.
I'm a bit with Carlos, Jack. He says a win's a win. I just thought we did the work. We had to defend. I'll take the 3 points. We're safe, Jack.
A win's a win. I don't think you could ever think about thrashing anybody in this division. No game's easy. You can't say, "Oh, we're going to thrash a team." A win's a win at the end of the day. You should be happy with a win. I don't care if it were 2-0. Fulham played well. Let's give them that second half. They had a lot of the ball. They created quite a bit, and we just defended when we needed to. Obviously, Pereira's goal were offside, and we did the job and got back to winning ways after Sunday's performance.
Tom, I was a bit... Go on, Sinky.
I was going to say, it's a place we've not won at, since about the 1970s, when Mike Springfuck and them were around. It's a good place to win. Okay, it wasn't a 9-0. But at the end of the day, you're 2-0 up, we're comfortable. We talked a bit about players that are out and players that we're missing. And we've controlled the game. Okay, Fulham had their moments, but not many. I don't think Casper was in the game very much. He's gone to 3 at the back. We have got the ball forward occasionally. And we're like, 3 goals ruled out for offside?
Yeah.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah.
Sinky, Chris and Jack, I'm going to let you guys go for now, if that's okay. I've got others to add in. Thanks for joining us tonight, chaps.
Cheers.
Thanks a lot.
That's been great.
Worries.
Thank you, Sinky. Thanks, Chris.
It's a popular...
Thanks, Jack.
It's a popular show, isn't it, again? It's a popular show tonight. Everyone waiting to come on.
I know. Ross is there. Let's get Ross's views in, and then I'm going to add in... I've got Michael, Jono and Sean joining us. Yes, Ross. Your second half thoughts.
Very good performance. And to answer about, Chris obviously just smashed him. Possessions don't win your games. Goals do. We have 29% possession against Man City and scored 5. I'd rather have less possession and score more goals than have so much possession and don't score goals. And props to Nacho tonight. And I said it on half-time. I'll have my hands up. He's played very well tonight. I think it was played very well. They all did well. It's a shame that Cags had his goal disallowed. Obviously, it was definitely offside and a free kick.
A push.
It's a shame. It was a push, but it was a great header, nonetheless. And Ricardo's shame that Albrighton was offside. Could have been 4-0, as I mentioned. But, so we roll up to Wolves. Wolves on Sunday. We've got your pre-match, aftermath, your Jamie show again on Sunday.
Yes, it's pre-match, aftermath, yeah. Whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, Radio Jamie, that would be critical. No, it'll be... We're at home away against Wolves, aren't we? The tough place to go.
Away, yes.
Had some interesting matches at Molineux for the right and wrong reasons.
Yeah,
but they need the result, though, don't they?
They do.
They need the results.
Is Jimenez still out? Is him?
Yes.
Is Jimenez still out? He would have been the main threat. Well, they've all got main threats anyway, but Sunday will be a tough game. I think very good performance tonight. No matter what score it is, wins. Yeah, again. Oh. Okay, where's the Favanas watching Leicester Fan TV?
I know it's not.
No, it's not. It's just a copy. Win's a win. Have a few days rest. Hopefully, Vardy's back Sunday. If not, Nacho hopefully can do what we did tonight and score a goal, maybe another one. But props to Justin's goal though. If he, I hope he doesn't get in the England team for reasons because he won't get played. every time a Leicester player goes to a World Cup or a Euros or England, they don't get played, or if they do, it's 5 minutes. So I personally, I don't want him to go, but we'll see what happens. So I'm going to shoot anyway. So
you're going to have your dinner, Ross.
Yeah,
thanks, Ross.
Yeah.
Going to have your third supper of the night. See you later. Cheers, mate. All right. Tom, you still all right to stick around?
Yeah, mate. Yeah.
Good. We're going to add in Jono and Michael. So let's just add these guys in. And I'll add Chris in as well. We've got 6 of us on again. Let's start with Jono. Jono, your views on today's game?
Evening, guys. First of all, it's nice to be on with Michael. I'm always on after him, so it's nice to be on at the same time. How you doing, Michael? It's good to see you. I love
Cheers.
your enthusiasm.
Doesn't matter what day of the week the game is, Michael's always got a beer in his hand.
Kegs and eggs, baby. Kegs and eggs.
Yes, Jono.
Yeah, I thought it was a really professional performance. Second half was a bit dull, but I don't care about that. We got the result. I did worry at some points. It would be a typical Leicester thing to concede when we're totally on top and then make it difficult for ourselves in the last 20 minutes, but we didn't. So that was great. My man of the match was probably Justin, because he got his goal and he was up and down and he did everything that he normally does. But yeah, I thought Evans was solid as well. And Nacho, I'm glad he got his goal as well. All good.
Michael, watching over in the States, obviously, something a bit more to be excited about today than Sunday's match.
Definitely a great pick-me-up, a great bounce-back game, even with the changes in the team. Hamza came in and did Hamza things, broke it up play, even dive in with 2 feet and almost get sent off, just doing Hamza things. And so Brendan took him off at 60 minutes just, to make sure that we stayed in the game, which was good. Also, Soyuncu played very well. Ricky P, showing that he might be 100% and ready to go. And just showing the depth of our squad today with all the injuries and, the comeback from, maybe a disappointing performance in the Leeds match. It just feels really good today. I'm on my 4th beer.
It's early in the day,
and it's
well,
only
isn't it?
it just turned noon. I'm on the West Coast, so it just turned noon.
Brilliant, thanks, Michael. Stick around, Chris. Thanks for joining us. What was your take on today's game? A few people said we should have scored more, we should have done more. We seem to feel like we're happy with the 3 points. We've reached that 40-point mark.
Done in the if you 2-0 up in the second half, you basically have got to basically score, haven't they? So done the job in the first half. Afterwards.
Chris, I don't know if anybody else. Your sound is dropping in and out. Is everybody else getting that?
Yeah.
I'm really sorry,
like
Chris. So I'd love to. I
Go
don't know
near
if
the
you can
Wi-Fi.
get near your Wi-Fi or something, but you just try again.
I think it might be his microphone connection.
Yeah, sadly, Chris, your sound is cutting in and out. Jamie.
Yes, pal.
I thought it was quite good. I know Tom loves his game management, but I'm going to ask you first. He made 2 substitutions. He brought on Mendy, didn't he, and Albright. And I was a little surprised at how early in the game he did that. But again, good game management by Rodgers today, was it?
I think it was brilliant. I mean, he brought, like you say, he brought on Albright and Mendy. Perez didn't look overly happy when he went off. But I think it's saving the legs as well, because
Neither did Hamza.
No.
Yeah, we've got games against Wolves, we've got Brighton and Liverpool. We've got 3 games in a week in the next, from Sunday to Saturday. Sorry, so we've got 3 games in 6 days. So man management has got to come into it and give them lads a rest. 30 minutes with them sitting up with their feet up, it's fine. And the way we played the game out at the end, it wasn't the best second half, but like we've said, it's man management, and we did the job. If they'd have scored 1, it would have been all backs to the wall and everything. Fulham would have got on top of the game, and we did it. I know Cass made 1 decent save from that corner. Other than that, Fulham only had that shot on target. But there again, that save came from zonal marking. That Harvey Barnes was marking the small man. How can you have Harvey Smart, the small man, marking a big man? So I don't understand zonal marking, but we did well. clean sheet, that's what we wanted, and man management, perfect. I thought ran the game, ran the clock out, perfect. 2 points, clean sheet, and 3 points.
Do you think we'll ever see Under start? Because I thought that he would have at least got a go maybe on Sunday, or even today. Obviously, we got the result today, so can't complain. But I just feel like Brendan obviously knows what he's doing, but I really hope that he gets a run out at some point, because I think there's a real quality player there that we're not using. But
he'll probably be FA Cup and Europa League, Jono. I think you'll find.
Yeah,
he'll probably get his chance there.
Yeah.
It was definitely shocking to see Amartey coming on instead of Under today. That was for sure.
Well, I think that was tactical, Michael. Don't you agree, Tom? I think it was to shore up and just... Again, I know Chris came on earlier and said, look, why don't we go and win 3 or 4-0? And I can understand that. But, Tom, I think he brings Amartey on, he brings all Brighton on and Mendy to just say, look, I'm happy winning 2-0. It's a win.
As you say, I love the old word game management. It's something I use a lot.
I know you do.
It's something I do, because I think you have to be clever in the Premier League. You have to have good game management if you want to win Premiership football. And with the last 20 minutes, the second half, you could see what their plan was, and it was to do diagonal balls. Let's put the balls onto Pereira, onto Justin, and let's try and make them make a mistake. Bringing on Amartey killed that off straight away, because where they were doing the diagonal balls to Mitrovic and stuff, you had 3 big men at the back to cope with it, and then the knockdowns would fall to Pereira. So Rodgers got his tactics spot on today. 2-0. If it had been 4, do you know what? He might have brought on Under and not brought on Amartey. But at 2-0, it's too risky to gamble with an extra forward when Fulham have got so much to play for. We have to remember Fulham are fighting to stay in the Premier League with this season. So them 1 goal back might make the difference, them staying in the Premier League by losing by 1 goal instead of 2. So, for today, it's good work from Rodgers, and I think he got his tactics spot on, really.
Michael,
I just want to
go on.
I just want to say James Justin is an absolute beast today. On the goal, and Nacho linked up the play really well. Nacho linked up the play and put the ball through to Maddison. But as soon as the ball hit Nacho's feet, James Justin was on his horse from about 65 yards out, because he saw that no one else was going to be up there with Maddison, which usually Vardy up there. Vardy will link the play and then make the run. Nacho, it doesn't click with him, to make that turn and make the run with Maddison. But James Justin knew that no one else was going to be up there with James Maddison, was on his horse, and player of the season. We have to keep him. Please don't ever sell him. We have to keep him. I love this guy.
Could he be the heir to Vardy? He likes to play on the left.
No, we need him on. We need him playing on. We need him to play on the sideline. We need him on the sideline. Yeah, we need him on the wings. We can't put him in the middle. We need him on the wings. It's amazing to watch. He scores the goal, and then he gets the block on the byline in the 85th minute to put it out for the corner. And the recovery speed, the energy, the lungs of steel. He could probably play another half hour with the same energy. I love it.
I've got one question for you all before I let you go, and then we're going to add Sean in. Don't worry, Sean, we're going to get you in, mate. John, I'll start with Jono. If Jamie Vardy is fit for the Wolves game, which he could be, I personally wouldn't get him back in. I wouldn't rush him back in against Wolves. I'd rather him come back fit. What about you, Jono, on Vardy?
I think if it was me, I'd probably put him on the bench, I think, and start with probably the team he started today, and if something goes wrong, then you can bring him on. But it seems to me a bit of a risk to bring him back straight away. I think just bring him on if we need him, I think, or give him half an hour, just to get him back up, get him back up to speed. I think that'd be what I would suggest. But what do I know? I think
about as much as the rest of us, Jono. Don't fret. Michael,
at this point
would you?
At this point in his career, if I was physio manager, I'd ask him. I'd say, can you go? What do you want to do? Do you want to sit? Or do you want to start? I'd ask him at this point. And he knows his body, and he knows what he can do. He knows what the club needs right now. And if he says, let me play, then we should let him play.
Yeah, Jack, how about you?
I think the Vardy situation would be like the Arsenal game, where he'll start on the bench and then come on late into the second half if needed.
Yeah.
Pressure Red Bull and come on and score.
Yeah.
Tom?
Yeah, that's probably best.
Look, if you're going to try and keep Nacho confidence up, you have to play him against Wolves. For me, if you suddenly drop him again and put Vardy in, what's that going to say to Nacho? That you know where your position is, but you've played well, but still you can't keep your position when Vardy's fit. I think if Rodgers is too clever a manager, Nacho will start at the weekend. I'd be very surprised it's not the same team what started today that goes to Wolves and starts the match for me.
Jamie? Vardy?
Yeah, we could have. Yeah, we could have. We could have 20 up to 25 games left this season with the cups. If we go all the way in the cups, let's not ruin him straight away. If he gets injured again, he could be out for a bit longer than 10 days to 2 weeks, however much it long. Yeah, start him on the bench. And if we needed, bring him on for the last half hour, 20 minutes, and like somebody said, do the same as what he did against Arsenal, if needed. And if not needed, fair enough. He's on the bench. He's back in with his teammates. So yeah, I'd leave it how it is if I was you, and just have him on the bench.
Brilliant. Michael, Jack, and Jono, thanks again for joining us. I'm going to let you guys go and
Cheers,
get Sean
everybody.
in before we wrap up. Thanks, guys.
Cheers, Michael.
Cheers, Michael. Cheers, Jono. Cheers, Jack. Sean, we're adding you in now. Sean, how are you?
I'm fine.
You didn't quite
Are you
get
happy
it.
with
What
that?
did you predict? 4-0, was it, Sean?
Yes. This close.
This close. You got 2-0 though. We won 2-0.
Yeah. Do you know at the training ground at the Seagrave, that is where I work, and that's at Seagrave Farm. I work there, and I can go to the training ground.
Good lad. I bet you'll be looking forward to that.
Well,
I'd love to be able to go there, Sean.
Sean, you can now be our new insider man down there and find out all the gossip and information from the players. Will you do that for us, Sean?
Yeah.
Good
I will.
lad.
Yeah.
Good lad. Sean, it's Wolves on Sunday. Will you come back on Sunday and chat with us?
Yes. Yeah.
Good lad,
I
Sean.
will be on your blog, Amy. Yeah, Amy. And I will get the link, and then we can talk.
We certainly can, pal. We'll certainly have a chat on Sunday.
Thanks, Sean. We'll see you on Sunday. Thanks for joining us as ever. That's been absolutely brilliant to have Sean on. Jamie, thanks for joining us. We'll see you live on Sunday at 10 a.m.
You certainly will, pal. With Wolves Fancast on with me on Sunday morning. Their view on the Wolves game.
Fantastic. Well done, Jamie. Lox is live on Friday at 7:30. Tom, Daddy Daycare Sunday afternoon. So a bit of juggling and maybe like 2 minutes on the coming on.
Definitely. I'll get on at the end as usual. Yes, Daddy Daycare. I love it.
Just top tip, Tom. Just have you got an under the stairs cupboard?
Can't say that live now. I'll get done, Phil.
All right. Thanks,
Cheers,
chaps.
guys.
We'll see you on Sunday. Well done to Tom and Lox for their watch along. Thanks, Jamie. As ever, we'll see you guys at the weekend. Cheers to them. Thanks to Jamie. Thanks to Tom. Thanks for all your views. Lox says, see you Sunday. Everybody, thanks for all your comments. If you're watching us, don't forget, join Lox on Friday in his show at 7:15. From me, Phil, thanks as ever for watching and enjoying the watch-alongs. 3 points in the bag. We are safe.
Welcome to Leicester Fan TV. With special thanks to our pals at ADT Taxis, Feedme, Piglet's Pantry, Tiger, Leicester Garage Conversions, Pink Vehicle Leasing, Hologram, The Fox's Arms, Moyer Wade Interiors, and our chosen charity, Memphis UK. We bring you the fans' views on the match each week, and your views matter to us. Join the fans debate each match with us. Follow us at Leicester Fan TV.